So what is up, guys? And today we were back with episode 8 of the Late Night Shots podcast. Today I'm joined with the boys Xander and Derek, and we will be talking about the Penn State outlook for 2020-2021 season. Penn State is going to be featuring some new red shirts, such as Carter Soroki coming out of red shirt, Joe Lee coming in, and Michael Beard. So today we're going to be talking about how they're going to do, how we think they're going to do in the season, and let's get to it. So how are we doing, guys?
Doing great, you know.
So, Derek, you're from Pennsylvania. Xander, you're from Alabama, and I'm from New Jersey. So, yeah.
Boys in blue, the pride and joy of Pennsylvania wrestling, the Penn State Nittany Lions. I like to say one of the most dominant teams in all of college wrestling. They've been great for the last probably 10 years. And, you know, they had a rough season last year with some injuries and some guys just not putting out numbers that they should have. But I think they have a young team upcoming, and I think they're going to be, they're going to be in the top again.
So, I think we'll just get right into it. At 125 pounds, the list of starters is going to be Robert Howard. He's going to be coming in as a true freshman. He's another Jersey wrestler. He's a 4-time state finalist, 2-time state champion. His only losses are coming his freshman year in sudden victory, I think 7-5 in the state finals to Drexel's Antonio Menino, who he ended up avenging the loss to his sophomore year. Again, another sudden victory match in the state semifinals to win his first state title over Lehigh wrestler Mitch Polito. I know everything about this dude. Junior year, again, he pretty much dominated his way into the state finals, where he lost to Sammy Alvarez 6-4 in overtime, which got Sammy Alvarez's only ever state title. Again, a 4-time state finalist, only winning 1 title. And his senior year, he pretty much, again, dominated his way to the state finals, ended up beating Mackenzie Bell. I'm not sure where he wrestles. I think it might be the Ryder, right? So, again, wrestling D1 commits every year in state finals, 120 to 126 and 113 also, having some of the toughest weight classes in New Jersey. So, as far as Howard's ranking, he's as low as 150, which I think is complete BS, honestly. I think his play style could go either way because he's obviously very aggressive on his feet. If any of you have ever seen him, he looks like he drinks 10 cans of Red Bull. And he's just charging at kids. So I think he can really go either way because you really see him dominate a lot of kids. But against high-level guys like Menino and Alvarez kind of take advantage of it. But
honestly, I can see him being top 30.
Oh, top 3?
Yeah. No,
Spencer Lee, Vito, and Glory in weight class?
And that's just to be safe because it's his freshman year, and him just like for first year coming out, I see him being top 30.
Yeah. I don't think Pat Glory and him ever wrestled.
Pat Glory is a beast.
Pat Glory was a 2-time state champ also.
Honestly, if it wasn't for Spencer Lee, he would look a lot better. But it's just
again, he's also pretty close with him too. What was it? Glory was a 2-time state champ, 4-time state finalist also. He lost to Sebastian. He got pinned by Sebastian Rivera his sophomore year, at 6 minutes. Sebastian made a comeback from down 4-3. He was up 7-4 and just stuck him.
I watched that match.
Yeah, it was really insane.
Crazy.
He was at 113, I think. Yeah. And then he beat JoJo Aragona his junior year in the state finals. JoJo, again, being a 2-time state finalist, plays top 3 every year. Only won 1 title. He's ranked number 1 in the country, so in tough weight classes. I think his freshman year he lost to Gerard Angelo, who wrestles 157 now. So, and that was at 106.
Yeah, right now
and he dominated. What's his name? Joe Howman, who's at UNC now. Senior 7-0, I think. Yeah. So, I mean, he's obviously an insanely dominant guy in high school. It would be kind of insane to see, 3 out of the top 5 guys be from New Jersey. Yeah. So, yeah. So, what do we think about that?
They have him ranked at 158, which I think that's definitely not going to happen. Just looking through some of the projected lineups and projected match scores, they honestly have him getting handled by everybody.
Yeah,
they have him getting beat by guys that are from Air Force, Army, major decisioning him 11-0.
Yeah.
I just don't think I see that out of Robert Howard, who is one of the toughest wrestlers I've seen in high school.
Again, I think Robert Howard was extremely underrated this year. He went through a couple injuries. He ended up even dropping a match to a guy who he beat 7-1 in the state semifinals because he was just come back from injury. He ended up losing 5-4. Got taken down with like 20 seconds left. You know, and that happened to a lot of guys this year. He lost to Nico Nardone, who I think is I think he's an Ivy League commit. So obviously no slouch. You don't want to lose him by a point when you're like extremely injured coming back. You know, he gave a speech on this after where he's like it's hard to come back from this stuff, and like people really don't know what it's like, which is true too. So especially when your wrestling is based on like all like how fast you can move and how quick you're doing everything.
Yeah,
You really don't have that with you. You don't have the same fire to do everything.
Like injuries, especially at the lightweights, are crazy because it even if it's just a small injury, it affects your speed like crazy, and then you're gonna lose matches that you shouldn't be.
So if it happens like a guy like RBY who his attribute is his speed,
I
don't think he would All-American.
It could be a tiny injury. Like who was it? Didn't Anthony Cassar have like a broken? No, never mind. I wanted to say Anthony.
Rib, I think.
I thought he had something broken when he won his natty.
No. That was Yanni at a torn ACL.
True.
Against Bryce Meredith.
Yep.
I mean, I see Robert Howard definitely breaking out of the high hundreds, definitely being in like that top 30 prospect. I definitely see a national qualification from him.
100%. The main problem with that is you never really know, especially being in the Big Ten, one of the most competitive things. I haven't seen that much competitiveness at 125 so far, especially with Devin Schroeder making the Big Ten finals, really. Spencer Lee's just in a class of his own, so he's just going to be there. But the main competition comes from the EIWA. We have the 2, 3, and 4 guys, in my opinion.
Yeah.
With Pat Glory, Vito Arruja, and Brandon Pitzel from Lehigh. So, again, you really never know where it's actually going to end up with all this.
Dude, one thing, though. Virginia Tech, Sam Latona, he's going to be coming in with some fire. Because I don't know if you guys saw that match against Sam Latona. He redshirted this year.
Mm-hmm.
There's just little Nick Pincinini. And in my opinion, he should have beat him. I think it was Southern Scuffle. It was like seconds left, and he took him down out of bounds, but the rest didn't call it too, and he lost because of it.
Yeah, Piccinini also didn't look great that tournament, just in my opinion.
Yeah, no.
Because I was hearing about that. It's like this guy who's in redshirt almost be Nick Piccinini. Piccinini's going to be handled by Lee. Like,
yeah.
And again, with Glory beating Piccinini, you never know how close that match is going to be.
While I fully believe Spencer Lee's a hammer, I think there's going to be some people that are going to give him a chance.
Yeah, 100%. Because I know he's good. I just think he's a little bit gassed. Rightfully so. Like, he deserves it. 2-time national champ. Like,
me being a Pennsylvania boy, I did pick yesterday Spencer Lee being another national champ this upcoming season, and I am going to stick with that. I don't think Robert Howard
fully believe that he is going to.
I mean, we're not really doing that right now. We're going like where Rob Howard's going to go.
I definitely believe, like I said, Rob Howard breaks top 30. I'm going to predict him at the national tournament placing in the mid to low 20s.
So what I'm going to say is I think Howard's definitely going to qualify. I think he might go 3rd or 4th in the Big Ten. It's pretty good as a true freshman. And this is all if they even decide to wrestle him, They could very well keep Brandon Meredith there, who knows, and give Howard the redshirt year. But I think if he's there, he makes it to the round of 16. And if he's lucky, he may still blood round, but I don't think he places. I think it's possible, but I just don't see it happening this year.
Yeah, I mean, other than Robert Howard, you could see Brandon Meredith, Devin Schnupp, and then Baylor Shook, that's like their 4 team that are.
Devin Schnupp didn't graduate?
Nope.
Damn.
He's
just been backup. That's tough. But so where do you see him going? You see him going in the round of 24, or in the round of?
I see him making it to the round of 24.
Honestly, I'm gonna go off on a limb. I gotta say, I bet you he gets shocked. Goes 0-2.
You guys 0-2?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I can see that happening very well.
Because
He's a big wild card.
What I see happening, I see him qualifying with a low seed and then catching a stud first round, and then after that just losing confidence.
The main thing that I'm gonna have to say against that is I only see 4 real studs in that weight class.
Yeah.
And then Pates, I see Patesel, Glory, Vito, and Spencer Lee. That's really it. Another thing I'm gonna say about this is I think the weight class gets blown wide open, and I saw Rob Howard go into overtime and lose to Sammy Alvarez in a match that he won early in the season, and he definitely should have won the state finals. Maybe it got to him a little bit. I don't know. And Sammy Alvarez also had a little bit extra fire. He's been a 4-time state finalist. You want to win at least one title, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not forget about
you also how Alvarez did this year. So, and Alvarez is a year older than Howard, so I think placing is very possible, but I don't know.
I mean, we can't forget about if Dayton Fix does make a return.
Dayton Fix. Ooh.
Again, I think that's pretty much been solidified that he's going to be at 133 right now. So, yeah, if he does, I basically just put I would go Lee. I think Glory had too good of a season for you to rank Fix above him just because Fix hasn't wrestled.
I agree.
I think that's fair enough.
Yeah, I agree.
That we put Fix, and since Fix beat Vito, and even though Vito beat Glory, they split matches. I think he's going to have to get the ranking above Vito because he beat him in freestyle. That really shouldn't count too much, but it's going to come into effect. Well, that's really the only thing we go off of. And then I'm going to have Brandon Patesel at 5. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for 125. You have him, Xander, you have him going 0-2. I have him making the round of 16 and possibly the ball round. And you have him going to the round of 24, which is the Wrestleback 2. And you have him losing, which is, yeah, they all could very well happen, you know. There's also a possibility that he just comes out and places 6th, you know.
Who knows? He could come out and be in the finals.
Yeah. Rob Howard's another guy. He comes out with so much fire that he throws also. So he's a guy who can come out there and pin anybody anytime. And he can also be caught and pinned anytime too, which is another problem.
I 100% agree that he is somebody that they are going to have to watch out for.
Yes. I see.
He's
either
coming into Howard's coming into Howard's junior year, he was ranked the first in the country. He ended up getting knocked off by Michael Koliako, who now wrestles for Penn. And then he came back to beat him 3-1. So he had the number 1 ranking his whole junior year until he got knocked off by Alvarez. And Alvarez was still a top 5 kid in the country. So, yeah. So I mean, he's a huge wild card. Yeah. He's like one of those guys like you haven't seen him against any competition yet, which kind of sucks with a lot of true freshmen because you really never know. All you have is really competition for Alvarez, but they're so different styles. Like Alvarez is more calm and relaxed and a taller, lanky dude who knows how to use his length, while Howard's like more short and compact and just charges right at you like DeSanto. So he could go either way.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
Yeah. So we'll jump to 133 where we have the man Robin Bravo Young. A lot of people are saying he's in talks to win a national title. I have my own opinions on that, but you guys.
Honestly, RBY, he's a phenomenal wrestler, but 133 is a beast of a weight class. And honestly, in my opinion, it's almost impossible to find out who's going to win it because every year there are like 4 guys that are all going to win it, and it just depends on who's having the best tournament. Mm-hmm. Like I honestly think it's almost impossible to find out who wins because they literally all go back. Like even this year, top 5 from DeSanto up to Rivera. Yeah. They all switch back and forth. Like you never know.
100%. But the main thing I'm going to say here is, since the top 3 teams are going to be Michigan, Cornell, and Penn State.
What about?
I think Stevan Micic has to have a great tournament. I think Stevan Micic in that weight class is the best technical.
100%.
And then we go Dayton Fix, Sebastian Rivera, Sammy Alvarez, and RBY. And then DeSanto. No, then Philippi, then DeSanto. I'm saying technique-wise, not placing-wise.
Not trying to be a DeSanto fanboy, but I honestly see DeSanto beating Micic because, or however you say his name, because Spencer Lee's kicked that dude's butt like over
But
and over
you
and
also
over.
have to consider one thing. I don't think seating wise, if they don't meet up, I think the guys that DeSanto can be are going to be Sebastian Rivera and Lucic. But if they don't meet up, I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It all depends on
seating wise. I see DeSanto having either Dayton Fix or RBY. Which again, I think Alvarez is not a good matchup too, because again we know DeSanto's go-to is going to be the dump, right? And guy with superior athleticism like RBY is not going to let that happen. Dayton Fix superior technique ability, and Sammy Alvarez superior length, which is not going to let that happen. Those are three basically limiting factors to that. So I think Alvarez is going to. A lot of people are sleeping on Alvarez. I don't know why. I actually have him beating RBY. So.
Yesterday we talked. I had him right.
Yeah, we did talk about that. I don't know why so many people are against that. Because people are just on RBY. I mean, yeah.
Right now, Roman Bravo Young is ranked number 5.
Yeah, I think he places there too.
Yep. Other than Roman Bravo Young, Penn State has just picked
RBY is ranked 4th. DeSanto 5th.
4 or 5. Yeah. They did 4 or 5. So, they also just picked up freshman Bo Bartlett from Wyoming Seminary, 4-time prep national champ.
Yeah, he's going to redshirt. 100%.
He's going to redshirt 100%. I think, once we see Roman Bravo Young, graduate,
He's going to be a junior.
Going to be a junior. He has one
I
more.
think the team race is going to be decided between Michigan and Cornell. I think those are two. It's honestly going to get decided by how many guys Penn State and Iowa can really knock off. And Nebraska too. I just think Nebraska is just like right under, but they could definitely hunt for that 3rd or 4th spot and knock up Penn State, Iowa.
Like I said, I think the team race is also going to be decided on the national tournament. Like who shows up to wrestle.
Yeah.
Because there was big talk about we can even look at last tournament about Shakur Rashid. There was big talk about how he's going to be, he's going to place, he's going to be, he's going to be the guy to watch, and he honestly didn't show up to wrestle.
Yeah. I didn't think he was either. Like,
no,
because the guys I were looking at 184 in that bracket were like, again, Lou Dupre from Binghamton, who's been around this. It doesn't seem like he's been around. He's pretty young, but he's still been around the scene. I was looking at Max Dean. I was looking at Drew Foster a little bit. Chip Ness was a big upset bid for me. I was thinking about marking that upset for Shakur Rashid, but I was like, nah, it's probably not going to happen that early. He's probably going to wrestle back pretty high. But he ended up making it to the semifinals, which he did pretty good. Max Dean, Miles Martin had to go down as craziest.
That was a crazy match.
Yeah. Again, everybody thought Miles Martin was locked. I think that's bigger of an upset than Shakur Rashid losing to Chip Ness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll go with the final placings. How do we think RBY is going to do, and who do you think is going to place ahead of him?
I think he's going to place anywhere 1 through 4th.
Give you like an actual number.
I see him 2nd. I see him being a finalist.
Okay, then who do you think else is going to place and where?
You think you see him placing 7th?
7.
Who do you think is going to place ahead of him, Zender?
Honestly, even though I love DeSanto, I honestly see Rivera.
Okay. You see Rivera winning?
I see Rivera because even though Fix is going to be coming in with he's going to be amazing, I see Fix getting upset in semis by Rivera.
So the main thing I'm going to say about that is we know about the Olympic weights. Most of these guys are going to be cutting from 140 to at least 140 to 133 on like a weekly basis whenever they have to make weight. Yeah. Fix is not going to be doing that because Fix has to make 25.4 for the Olympic weight at 57. And Fix is also the favorite to have that spot, so that's all I'm going to say.
All right.
Yep. So who do you have? What? Yeah, you can go.
I have Cade Brock from Oklahoma State.
First?
No. This is just people who are going to be above.
Okay.
Cade Brock. And then Philip Mickey from Pittsburgh. Sammy Alvarez. And then Fix, Rivera, DeSanto. Then
Do you know what weight Ridge Lovett's at? 133, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Ridge Lovett is Nebraska. I mean, I think you could see. I think I see him getting 8th. I think RB White beats him for 8th.
I'm gonna run right through my bracket. I think Rivera is gonna take first. Again, I'm from New Jersey. I'm gonna be biased about that. I think Rivera, Fix, and Micic can go either way. But I'm going to have Rivera taking first. I think Micic comes in for the team and takes second, but just falls short in the finals. Dayton Fix, I have him taking third pretty solidly and handling Alvarez in that third, fourth match. I think Alvarez takes out Roman Bravo Young in that consolation semifinal. RBY takes fifth, knocking off Descent. I think RBY takes fifth, beating beats DeSanto in fifth, sixth. I think Mickey Philippi. No, I think. The rewind real quick. I might change a little bit from last time. I think RBY beats Ridge Lovett from Nebraska in that 5-6 match, and I think DeSanto will play seventh and Mickey Philippi eighth. And then Cade Brock and Austin Gomez are going to be blood round guys.
That's solid picks. That's solid though.
I think Rivera is a huge wild card in the national tournament. You know,
I
think if Rivera versus Fix were to go down, I think Fix would win that. But I think if it were to be Rivera versus RBY, Rivera takes that. Because again, Rivera doesn't have the greatest body.
I think anyone
That's what we saw against Jack Mueller.
Anyone ranked 1 through 10 honestly has a chance of placing top.
Yeah. I think there are a few guys that are going to be having to fight their way in to get to the bracket that we really don't look at. I don't think Mickey Philippi from Pitt is going to be a national contender. I don't think Austin Gomez can be that yet, but Austin Gomez can pull big moves. He could very well place third. Who else? Montory Bridges from Wyoming is another one that a lot of people don't really even talk about. So, yeah. Yeah, so you want to just jump up to 141?
Yep.
Yeah, all right. So we got Nick Lee.
We got Nick Lee.
The biggest thing in this weight class is it going to be Yanni or is it going to be Jaden Ironman at 141?
Yanni, easily. I'm a Yanni fan.
I'm not talking. I'm saying what weight they're going to go, because they have them both at 141, 149. That's complete BS. Because as far as I've seen, Jaden Ironman is going to be national champion. So is Yanni. They both beating each other, college and in freestyle. I think if Yanni goes 141, Jaden Ironman goes 149. I think the best way to go about this is have Yanni go 141 since he's already a two-time champion at 141. And because Yanni also probably doesn't cut as much weight as Ironman, just looking from them, right?
But honestly, then if Ironman's not there, then you go see Max Murin.
Yeah, Max Murin is good too, but I don't think, as far as I've seen, Nick Lee handled Max Murin 5-2, I think. It's not like he was a dominant 5-2 match. I think Nick Lee versus Luke Pletcher was blown out of proportion because they're two guys whose offenses are like up here while their defenses are like – their defense is still good, but like their offense is at a new level. So it's just a high-flying match every time. I think a match like Nick Lee versus Yanni could actually go either way, but I think if it's a close match, it's going to be in Yanni's favor.
I mean, I
think Yanni's defensive ability are higher than his offense, but I think Nick Lee does get a takedown.
I 100% agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so
who are the biggest outside threats that you think for Nick Lee?
You gotta count in Chad Red.
100%.
100%.
Chad Red's a big one. Dom Demas actually beat Nick Lee, so but I don't think that's ever going to happen again.
Caden Jaffeller from Oklahoma State.
He went 0-2 in nationals last time. As a 6 seed, didn't have a great run. I think he comes back from it. I think he definitely All-Americans. And an outside pick that nobody's really talking about is Tariq Wilson. As last NCAA, he was given an 11 seed. It didn't really help that he had to wrestle Ethan Lezak. And that was a very close match, too. That was a 6-4 match. So I think Tariq Wilson's like the biggest outside, like is a huge wild card here. he could not place, and he could also very well come out and make the finals.
He also got Real Woods from Stanford.
Yeah. I just think Woods is a little bit more consistent, and then I don't think he has like those big moves on him, you know.
I mean,
Like he could pull some, you know, but like I think Dom Demas, Chad Red, and even maybe Tariq Wilson are guys who can pull big moves out of the back pocket. Like Demas has that inside trip, Chad Red has that cradle, you know.
Yeah. Other than Nick Lee at 141, they have Mason Lindenmouth, who's ranked 96, and they have Joey Blum, who's ranked 111.
Yeah, I think the start is going to be Nick Lee guaranteed unless an injury happens or something there. Maybe like, you know, I think that's the only way that Nick Lee doesn't wrestle, you know.
100%,
Yeah, I don't think anybody's really in competition for that spot. I think we'll see Bo Bartlett. We may see Bo Bartlett at 149 a little bit. I doubt it. Unless Verclaren just doesn't wrestle that good. But Verclaren has done his job, honestly, just not getting bonus points on good kids. He's a very tough wrestler.
Yeah, he doesn't give up very many points.
So we'll go final picks for 141, assuming that Jaden Ironman's not in the weight class and we have Maximilian.
Okay. My final picks for 141.
Like, where do you see Nick Lee placing?
I see
placing fifth.
I see him
placing fifth.
I see him being a champ. I'm saying with or without Yanni. I think Nick Lee gets Yanni's number and beats him.
Okay, I'm gonna go in a completely different direction with this one. Actually, not really. I think Nick Lee makes the finals, puts up a valiant effort. I don't want to, like I said last time, I don't want to say he beats Yanni because people are going to come all at me for this. But if he does, I called it. Like, we both called it. But I think Jaden Ironman would beat Yanni if they were to wrestle this year. I think Ironman's look fantastic, especially having Ironman in this Iowa room. I think Max Mirren's going to be an insanely tough match in whoever he has to wrestle.
Agreed.
I think Max Mirren's a solid 30 either way, right? So, yeah. I have Nick Lee placing second. I'm going to say that, though. I say there's a what am I trying to say? If he were to wrestle Yanni, I think it's more possible that he beats Yanni than he beats Ironman. Just because of Ironman's offense is going to take Nick Lee down because his defense isn't great. Yanni's offense is like okay, but it's not as high paced and high scoring. Right. And Nick Lee's pace might get a couple of takedowns. Or it could go the complete opposite way and Yanni can convert them into his own takedowns.
All right, Dan, you have 4 people above Nick Lee. Who are your 4?
Yeah, I don't get that.
Yanni, taken first. Easy.
Okay. Freshman upset. No, Penn State upset's a 141 or a big thing, Just going to put that out.
I know. It's just I don't know why. I see Nick Lee choking first round. I don't know why. I just have a gut feeling that he's going to choke first round. I don't know who. It happens, and I think it's going to happen to him.
No.
Not at all.
That's a pure cap.
He'd wrestle he'd probably end up pulling the first seed, first or second. So he's either wrestling the worst, like the lowest ranked, or the second lowest ranked kid first.
He's gonna pull a 2 seed no matter what.
Yeah. So,
unless Ironman and Yanni end up in the same weight class.
Yeah. So if he pulls the 2, he's wrestling what? How many qualify? 30.
33.
Yeah. So he's wrestling the 32 rank. I don't even know who that'd be.
31. First of all, there's a pigtail.
32 right now is from Army, who I think he pinned.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay, wait. So who are your other 3 other than just Yanni?
Probably Demas and Shedred.
Okay. I mean, hey, they're not.
I think Chad Red above Nick Lee is going to be very possible, but I think that major Chad Red is not possible. Yeah. Tariq Wilson, again, a huge wild card. I really don't know where he's going to play. Dom Demas versus Yanni. I really hope that goes down. Again, very interesting match.
Now,
if anybody is capable of pulling big upsets, it's going to be Demas.
Agreed.
with his inside trope.
Now, with the return of Yanni, do you see Yanni ducking anybody during the season? Or do you see him going right from the start wrestling every duel?
I don't think Yanni's got to duck people. He already has lost to Ironman. People know it can go either way.
Yeah.
You know, I think Nick Lee placing 5th is complete blasphemy, though. So
Yeah, no.
yeah, again,
He's top 2 material.
yeah, Nick Lee goes top 3 no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Max Mirren is the one match that I could maybe see going the other way, especially with having Jaden Harmon in the practice room. But because Max Mirren's a guy who's gotten exponentially better every year. So yeah, I don't know. I see him 2nd or 3rd no matter what. Maybe even 1st. And more, it's probably a long shot though.
Yeah.
So we'll jump right into 149 where we have Gerard Verclaren. Not one of those super highly ranked guys. Yeah. So what do you think?
Watching him this season, he is one of the toughest wrestlers I've seen.
Yeah.
He put up a fight many times where he could have just gotten pinned. He pulls the 23rd rank. One under Jimmy Hoffman from Lehigh, who he had a great match with against when they wrestled. I think I see him moving up from 23. I could honestly see him being in the top 10.
Yeah, again, I could also. Again, he's an insanely tough dude. I'm not really sure. I don't even know if Mason Manville is still at Penn State. You can probably check that out for me somewhere.
Yeah, I can look.
I think he could definitely pull huge upsets. He's gonna keep matches close, right? And he's gonna go for the kill within like the last 30 seconds again. He has a high fire. He doesn't have a high firing pace. He's more defensive in certain situations, but like that's kind of the way you have to wrestle it for the team points at that point. He hasn't been bonus point at all, except for the one guy from Nebraska who ended up catching and pinning him. So, yeah.
149.
All I'm gonna say is I think I'm gonna go on a limb and I say he places.
Yeah. Mason Manville. I see is no longer at Penn State. Other than Jared Verclaren, they have Terrell Barflow, something like that. He's ranked 46. Who honestly, that's not a horrible rank for a guy who's probably hasn't wrestled too much. And then they have, I think that's about it. Adam Buciello at 134, who's ranked 134.
I think Adam Buciello we may see if Verclaren doesn't have a great season.
Yeah.
Buciello's a 5-time New York State champ, I think.
Yeah.
So again, absolute stud. Jojo are going to end up pinning him and beat the streaks, so we can know that.
Just gonna put it out there. Yeah.
Yeah, just gonna put it out there, my boy Jojo. I'm gonna say Verk places 7th. Yeah.
Actually, that's wrong. Mason Manville is still at Penn State. He's wrestling 165.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think he gets a starting spot 165.
Joey's there.
I think Mason Manville gets it.
Joey's ranked 17. He's ranked 51.
That's absolute BS. He lost to a point to Evan Wick.
You can't argue with the numbers.
Yes, you can.
Jared Verclaren, I'm gonna say he's a consolation guy. I don't see him on the top of the bracket for those matches. I see him pulling a 10, like 10th place, something like that. He's about to break that All-American and he falls short.
Yeah, but the thing I've seen with Penn State guys is a lot of them show up big in that blood round.
Yeah.
Because a lot of small school guys will make it there. You're not going to get some like Army, American, and all that stuff. And then we see a Penn State guy like, oh, this is Penn State. And they think more about like the singlet they're wearing than the actual person, you know?
Yeah.
I think Verclaren is, again, a guy who's insanely tough. And blood round matches are normally dogfights, so.
Yeah, I think his defense, his hand-in-hand defense, and just his defense in general will definitely help him for some of those guys that are really lacking that offense.
Yeah, and you have to also consider the fact that like 149 is not that strong of a weight class anymore.
No.
You have Jaden Ironman, again, who I think is going to handle Sammy Sasso in the finals. You have Sasso, and then you have Austin O'Connor, and then Boo Llewellyn. Steep drop-off after Austin O'Connor.
Yeah. I mean,
all those
can he end up landing in a 5th and 6th place match against Llewellyn? Sure.
Very, very possible.
Very, very possible. Can he end up getting a big win in the semifinals and see him be in the finals?
Probably not.
Probably not, but it can happen. It is Penn State.
Yeah.
They do, they're upset and they're, but they do have.
That's what people said about Zane Rutherford versus Logan Stevers. So, and we saw what happened there. Yeah. The main problem is you're not going to ever see him getting on many leg attacks. Again, like Rutherford. That's why Rutherford beat Stevers. The amount of leg attacks he was able to get in, the amount he was able to wear him down, being a more defensive wrestler. He's going to have to go when there's about 30 seconds left, then you go for the kill. But he's a very high percentage finisher, so when he gets on the leg, chances are he's taking you down. Yeah. All right, I think Sammy Sasso didn't even beat him by that many points, too.
No, I think he beat him by 2.
Yeah, 2. And Sasso's normally like a high point guy, too.
I think what he has in his favor is he is going to make you match his pace. He's going to slow down the match with those guys that are going to try to, bob and weave with them and get those, quick outside.
The main thing I've seen is Sasso's the guy you want to push the pace on, though.
Yeah.
Because, again, Brayton Lee gassed him out and came back from like 8-0 in one of these junior freestyle tournaments and ended up taking him. So I think it's a huge thing. I think he's honestly a huge wild card. I think he could very well go 1-2. I don't think it's possible he goes 0-2. Just because he's seemed like one of the most – he's the most – yeah, I can say he's the most consistent guy on the Penn State lineup. Except for the one time where he got caught in Penn.
Yeah.
I think the worst case he goes 1-2 with a bad matchup. I think the most realistic scenario is for him to make the blood round. But I think he does get past the blood round. I think he gets over the hump and plays 7th.
I'm going to put him at 10th. He just needs to go.
10th? Okay, I'm going to go over some real quick. We have 1st through 8th.
Yeah.
Blood round is top 12.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Russellback 3 is round 16. Russellback 2 is round 24. And Russellback 1 is round 32.
Yeah, I see him being a blood round guy.
You see him being a blood round guy? All right.
What about you, Xander?
Honestly, going off of what you guys have been saying, I agree with him placing 7th.
Okay.
I agree with that.
I mean, because if you see him placing there, that's big for Penn State. Yeah. That's another weight where they haven't had a really dominant guy there for quite a while now.
Again, with Penn State, I think the biggest things they're gonna need are Kirkvliet has to go top 3 no matter what.
Has to.
Michael Beard, I think he All-Americans.
Oh, 100%.
I don't know, though. From what I've seen from him, I think he All-Americans. Because he's the guy that they were hesitant to pull the red shirt on. They just took Shakur up there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Carter Soroki has to All-American. Joe Lee has to qualify for nationals and not go 0-2.
Yeah.
Brady Berge has to win a match in nationals. And Robert Howard has to win 2 matches.
Yeah. Robert Howard has to, yeah.
And that's for them to place. That's for them to knock off Iowa. Because I think there's going to be Iowa guys getting knocked off by Michigan guys in Cornell. Again, as I said so far, I have Marinelli. I don't have Marinelli winning, so I don't have Kemmerer winning. I have Miles Amin or Logan Massa beating him.
Yeah.
No, actually, I have Logan Massa beating Michael Kemmerer in the finals, and I have Miles Amin beating Max Dean in the finals. I think again, if Paris can come up big, I think Fernandez is going to be a guy that's going to come up big for Cornell, right? Cornell's Darmstadt. 197 is a main weight class where they don't have anybody really established as the guy to beat. with the season anybody's had. So I think if Michael Beard can come in, he has to not, if he can knock off Jacob Warner, would be huge for them. Ben Darmstadt's a guy who can very well be caught and pinned at any single time. Very well can be beaten. If he knocks off those two, that's the biggest position I think that Penn State needs to fill. Because 197 really doesn't have a defined thing. Because I have number 10, Cordell Norfleet. For all we know, Chase Singletary could come in and win the weight class, and that's a really big thing. And nobody really knows how it's going to play out. Because everybody has Noah Adams. I don't even have Noah Adams placing, honestly. So, turn out a lot of different ways.
Honestly, if Penn State is looking to win it, Robert Ford, I honestly see having to place top 4.
Yeah,
because
100%.
if they want to win it, they're gonna with them having such a young.
No, what I'm gonna say there is Cornell does not have an established guy at 133, as we've seen.
Yeah.
What teams do? Iowa, Michigan.
Yeah, Penn State did.
Santo, I think, is going to get knocked off by somebody else. I think Meachich needs to get knocked off. That's it.
Yeah, and that's where I think
when you look at team points, it's not how high you can get your guys to place. Obviously, that helps. You need to rely on luck a little bit, and wait for other guys to get knocked off. It's not always going to come down to Bo Nickel versus Miles Martin in the NCAA finals.
Yeah.
No.
I think, like you said, if you see Meachich get knocked out and you see DeSanto get knocked out, I think that's a pathway right there for RBY to be like, all right, I have a chance of being in the national final and, coming up big. He wins the national final, coming up huge. I mean, but I agree with
I'm not going to say that, but I think the most realistic guys to knock Stevan Meachich off are Rivera, if he meets him, Sammy Alvarez.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the only two guys honestly that you see.
Yeah.
I don't see Dayton Fix beating them.
Yeah. I'm gonna say just a final overall for Jared McLaren. I'm gonna go with he's a blood round.
Blood round? And you have him placing 7th, and I also have him placing 7th. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are all about the same range, honestly. So there's nothing really to debate on there. Again, he's an insanely tough kid, so he could very well, maybe he puts up a dog fight, but his technique's not up to there, and he ends up losing the round 16, round 24. But he's also not a big bonus point guy, so they need those advancement points from him. So yeah, that's really it. We'll just move to. You good, my guy?
Yeah.
So I think the biggest thing, there's just getting him to win as many matches as possible. It's not like you need different things from different guys in different situations. It also depends on the weight class. 149, again, doesn't have an established guy from Cornell there. I don't think so, at least. Yeah, no. And who's Michigan have at 149? Is Caden Thorpe from Michigan?
I'll look.
Yeah, check for me real quick. Are you writing this down?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Michigan has Keenan
Store?
Yeah, Keenan Store is a senior, ranked number 12.
Okay, what I'm going to say is I do think Keenan Store comes up big for Michigan. I do think he places.
I agree, yeah.
I think I think Jared McLaren is going to wrestle Keenan Store in the 7th-8th match. Beating him is going to be huge. But, again, on the other hand, if he beats him, all that really does is push Cornell up higher. That's why it's so weird with, when you have more than 2 teams straight competing for it. Because in years past, we've seen just Penn State and Ohio State. And once Iowa came into the mix, Iowa pretty much dominated everybody and really pushed. It was just Iowa. Then you had Penn State and Ohio State for 2nd and 3rd. And then Michigan started getting pushed, and Ohio State got pushed. And that's where the team race becomes, all funky and everything. And just everything gets messed up all around the place.
Yeah, because, for that 8-year period, Penn State was the team beat.
Yeah, they were the team to be beaten.
They were the team that everyone was gunning for, and that, everyone kind of came up short. Ohio State came up short. Oklahoma State came up short. It was there, and now you see a less dominant Penn State team after you lose. You're losing who? You lost Nickel. You lost Nall. Now you lost Kassar, Shakur Rashid, Mark Hall.
Yeah.
You're
Also,
releasing.
was it when I post this? I need y'all to share this on your story.
Yeah.
The last one got like no views. You both have Snap, right?
Yeah,
Put it on your Snap story. That gets the most views.
gotcha.
You should literally just share it to everybody because why not?
Dude, I did not look at that. Dude, running this 10K tomorrow is gonna suck. I'm so
You're in the
stupid. Yeah, I promised my brother I'd go run one with him because I've been just doing lifting stuff. But oh my god, I have to wake up at 6.
I haven't lifted at all. It's just body weight from here right now.
Yeah, I recently kind of choked in the state championships. I should be
You're
a
about to
2-time
sleep like 3 hours.
but I
What time
choked.
is it in? What time is it for you right now?
It is 1, about 1.
Oh, okay. So you're an hour behind us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's not terrible.
But yeah, I've been just working on strength. But I promised my brother I'd go run with him. So we just finished 149.
But you're going to stay till the end, or do you have to leave early?
I think I might have to leave early. Shit, dude, my friend's calling me. I might have to leave early, but I can stay for 157 and 165 if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah, that's cool. Why not?
That's fine.
Just send him a message.
Because I don't want to leave. Dude, it keeps going black. Somebody keeps calling me, and I need them to stop.
Just send him a text message. We can still see you.
All right.
No, we can't. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. No, we'll just talk for a little bit.
Yeah.
You can mute yourself.
You guys can just.
You can mute yourself. No, I'll just mute him. That's fine. Yeah. So, looking at, you're good now. Do we know what's going on?
I think it's frozen.
The good thing is nobody gets this far in the podcast. So, are you back?
Yep.
All right, bet. So, yeah, we'll just jump right up to 157. We have Gerard Verclaren. So, we have my bad. We got Brady Berge. You could see those weight classes flipping, honestly.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could see them flipping.
Yeah.
That's definitely you could see that happen.
It all depends on what Kale says, honestly, because none of them really look too big for the weight class, like they're outgrowing anything. Again, they're both pretty much really tough guys, but I don't think Berge's like, I don't think he's up there. Especially the main thing telling me that is he took a loss to Quinn Kinner last year.
Yeah.
And Kinner's pretty much going to be the guy at 141. Kinner was down at 133 and took a 6-4 loss to Mickey Philippi and went all the way to 157 the same season and ended up beating Brady Berge 5-3.
I mean, if you see anyone other than Brady Berge, I mean, you could see Bo Pfeiffer. You could
Main man I want to see is Mason Manville.
He's at 165.
He's at 165, yeah, probably.
You could see, like I said, you could see Bo Pfeiffer, or you could see Luke Gardner. Those are really the only other.
I think
two.
Bo Pfeiffer might be Bo might be the guy we're gonna see. Because again, Bo, he's not a slouch. He made it to the Southern Scuffle Finals. Ended up getting teched by his teammate Jason Holt, but yeah, I think Bo Pfeiffer might be the guy. But for right now, we're just gonna go Brady Berge. I'm gonna give him my final pick. He barely qualifies for NCAAs, and he goes to 1-2. Goes to 24.
I think he's gonna go 0-2.
You think he's going 0-2? I'm gonna throw him a match right there. If he makes it out of the Big Ten, he's pretty much already guaranteed to win the match.
I see Brady Berge being one of those guys for Penn State that is going out there not to get bonus points given.
Yeah, but we're also talking about nationals.
I'm not talking about like the lower duels. I'm talking about like Big Ten matchups in duels. I see
He's
like.
also not a guy I've seen that against. Apparently, like he took a loss to Quinn Kinner. Kinner's not a slouch. He's a 2-time New Jersey State champ. But he was also at 133 the same season. Ended up wrestling 57 again, same season. And Brady Berge. So,
Yeah.
He took a 4-2 loss to Mickey Philippi, I think, from Pitt.
I just seen he's gonna have a lot of close matches, but I see him losing a good bit. Like he's gonna be one of those kids that's just a pain in the butt to beat, but gets beat by.
The main problem is I honestly could see him not making nationals.
That would be
The main reason I'm gonna say that is look who is in the Big Ten at 157. Ryan Deacon, which is Deacon's weight. Nobody can argue that. Yeah. And then we're gonna have Kendall Coleman for Purdue, who already made the Big Ten finals, lost to Deacon 7-4. I really don't know who's after that, but I don't think there's that many bids in nationals at 157.
That weight class is Deacon all written over it.
Caleb Young from Iowa.
Caleb Young, I think, beats Brady Berge.
Lou Wellen from Michigan.
And then who else?
Then after that, then it's Brady Berge, and then it's Michael North, the freshman from Maryland.
So I think we have like 3 or 4 bids, right?
Jacob Tucker from Michigan State, senior.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have like a big gap, and then ranked number 27, Elijah Cleary, senior from Ohio State.
I think Elijah Cleary takes the last bid at 157.
Bubba Wilson from Nebraska.
Again, I think it's go either way, but I think I'm pretty sure there's 4 bids. It goes Deacon, Coleman, no doubt. And then I think Caleb Young makes a comeback season this year, takes 3rd, and then I think Elijah Cleary takes 4th. I think he's going to be the one guy stuck behind from Penn State.
Hear me out.
I like those picks. I like everybody.
If I see Brady Berge not in the lineup and I see Bo Pfeiffer in the lineup, I see Bo Pfeiffer getting that fourth pick, that 4th spot.
Yeah, 100%. I can see that, but again, you never really know because I think you don't know what's going to go on with Caleb Young. That's what happened last year.
Who knows? We could see. This whole lineup that we all have selected right now could just be shot.
Yeah.
We could see Robert Howard not wrestle as a freshman.
Mm-hmm.
We could see.
There are a lot of true freshmen on here that could just not be there.
Yeah, because the main thing is, I don't think Penn State's in contention to win the title this year. Just being straight up, they lost Murderers Row is completely gone now after Mark Hall-Dick. Cassar's out.
They're going to need 1 to 2 growing years. That's what I see. These next 2 years, they're going to be a decent team on a Big Ten scale, but I
don't see any chances.
Still, I don't see them falling out of that top.
Honestly, not trying to be biased because I am an Iowa fan. I see Iowa winning the national championship that they should have won this year, next year.
Yeah, I don't see that, but
I have Michigan.
I'm gonna say this. I have Michigan winning too. I want to say I'm a Rutgers fan. I really don't care enough to follow any team like that hard. I see 4 potential champs in this: Roman Bravo Young, Nick Lee, Aaron Brooks, and Greg Kirkliet. But I don't think any of them are gonna win. I think the two that
they have a shot. I'm not saying I think the person.
What's crazy is the two of them I do have potential chances of winning are Nick Lee over Yanni, and Kirk over Gable.
Yeah, I think the person who has the best chance to win it, honestly, is Roman Bravo Young. No,
I think Nick Lee has a chance.
I agree with that.
I have Nick Lee.
I'm just going back to what I was talking about 133 about it. I'm just being
I think anybody can win, but I think Rivera, Micic, and Fix have far solidified the gap beyond those guys. I think Bravo had a very good season, but you saw the gap between Rivera. Rivera pretty much dismantled him in that finals.
Yeah.
I'll minus the 2 points. He went for a desperation lat drop, which is fine what it is.
Yeah.
Seconds left. Yeah. I can't really hold them against him. I would have probably done the same thing. So yeah, I don't really know. Yeah. I really think he only went for that because that's what Seth Gross hit on him at Midlands. That's honestly what I saw. I think Rivera was solid. Was the 3rd best guy in that Big Ten. I think Seth Gross was still better than him. Yeah. But we'll jump up to 165 now, where you have Jolie. I personally want to see Mason Manville at this weight class because I saw some very good things from him. He wrestled at 184, barely gave up a major to Miles Martin, wrestling 2 weight classes up.
I think I might have to call it here. I think I have to go to bed.
You might have to call it. You want to just finish up?
Sorry.
You want to just finish out this weight?
Sure. I will stay for a little bit longer.
So, again, I want to see. I'm going to go with Mason Vanville at this weight class. I think that's what we'll go with because that's what we're most likely going to see. I'm pretty sure Mason.
I'm going to stick with Jolie here.
Stick with Jolie?
I'm going to stick with Jolie, being that he drew the 17th ranking. Manville got ranked at 64.
Yeah, that's also because he didn't wrestle.
Yeah, I mean,
pretty sure he might have taken an Olympic red shirt or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I mean,
because he's a good Greco wrestler.
But then again, this weight class is also one where I don't see Jolie placing.
Yeah, 100%.
Top
8. Yeah.
The thing I'm going to say about Mason Manville is when he wrestled Evan Wick, he lost by 1 point.
Yeah.
When he wrestled Miles Martin, 2 weight classes up at 184, he barely gave up a major. And you saw Miles Martin getting pissed that he couldn't score, and they were about to fight.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, again, at 165, I'm going to keep my picks the way they are. I'm going to have Shane Griffith, then Mekhi Lewis, then Alex Marinelli, then Evan Wick. That 5th spot is definitely up for grabs for Mason Manville. I think, really, Manville could come in and take 3rd in that weight class.
Personally, I do see Mekhi Lewis winning it again.
Yeah, because that can go either way again.
Dude, the stuff I watched some of his world championship matches, and dude, that man's on another level.
Okay, one thing that I'm gonna say, Shane Griffith is a 3-time New Jersey State champ. Mekhi Lewis is a 2-timer, right? But
yeah,
Shane Griffith's junior year was Shane Griffith versus Mekhi Lewis. Mekhi Lewis won that one. I think he was 5-4.
It was close. I know that was a close
match. And Shane Griffith had a phenomenal season. I think Shane Griffith could have won the Natty last year. I just don't think he had the shot. He was rightfully seated 3rd behind Chenzo and Marinelli, right? Yeah. But he was 29-0 coming into it. He just wasn't given any credit for what he did that year. Pretty much dominated every kid. He's a stud on top. I think he has the perfect body type. And again, as I've been saying, 165 is going to fall into who has who in which match.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be a matchup tournament.
I think Mekhi Lewis has Alex Marinelli can go either way. Mekhi Lewis versus Evan Wick goes to Mekhi Lewis. Shane Griffith versus Alex Marinelli. I think Shane Griffith could straight up just pin him right there. I think if Shane Griffith versus Evan Wick can go down, I think that goes to Evan Wick.
100%.
I think Mason Manville is just sitting there, just takes 5th.
I'm actually gonna take that back. What I said about seeing Jolie being just the sheer fact that what you've stated and like that is true. I do think that there is a possibility that just in case Carter Staroki isn't ready at 74, that we could see Manville wrestle 174.
I think what's going to happen, Manville is better than Jolie. I'm going to say that straight up. That's just my opinion. He's a lot better than Jolie. I think Mason Manville goes 165 and he places 5th.
Yeah, I mean,
I think Carter Staroki needs a shot as a retro freshman.
Just for curiosity, I'll just look at how their last seasons went because I have the Penn State app. So
yeah, they have an app.
Yeah, they have a Penn State Wrestling Club app here.
Yeah, pay for it.
No, it's free.
I might download. No, probably
not. Last year, Jolie only took 2 losses. To number 8, Thomas Bullard from NC State, which was a 9-4 loss, and then he lost to Whitlake from Oklahoma State 8-4. I mean,
I think all those guys are extremely gassed up too, from what I've seen.
And you also gotta realize that like winning by 2 to 4 points doesn't seem like a lot, but in a college match, that's basically like
no. I completely understand that. I just think those guys are kind of gassed up from where they are.
I don't know. I don't really have all the facts to back it up. So I really am just going off of from the scores that I've seen, I haven't watched most of those matches, but just from going off of statistics and scores, I see him getting dominated.
For some reason, I can't find Mason Manville on the roster.
He didn't wrestle last year. I'm pretty sure he took an Olympic red shirt for Greco. But if he does wrestle, I think he takes 5th. I'm going to say it.
There's a player doing that.
Oh my, dude, that freaked me out.
I looked outside. I was like, what? I was like, what is that?
Who was that?
It was me. My sister is currently playing Roblox.
I love that. All right.
Dude, the OG game.
All right, 165. If we see Joe Lee, he goes 0-2 or could not even qualify. If we see Mason Manville, I'm going to put him at 5th.
I think if Joey goes in, he goes 1-2.
Yeah, I see.
Because you see a lot of these brother duos do really good.
Yeah, I do see him qualifying.
I think he wins a match. What other brother duos do we have? Like, there's Trent, Hayden, Idley. There was the Flying Silvers from Duke.
Valencia's.
Yeah, Valencia's.
Until one of them decided to do some drugs.
Yep, it happens.
It does.
I'm not saying anything about that.
I mean, there are a couple people that are on the world team that I know for a fact. Not they don't do hardcore drugs, but I know at least weed. Like
Weed's not drugging. People say as much as they want. That's just leisure at that point.
Yeah, and honestly, on a world level, like they're doing it to cope with weight cuts.
To an extent. It also makes you hungry, though, which kind of thing.
All right, well, I think that's going to do it.
Yeah.
Well, it's great having you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, we'll try to get you on next time. We'll see.
Yeah,
I
I look forward to it.
think
Hopefully,
next time we might be doing Michigan. We probably do a couple other teams to go to Michigan because Michigan's going to be both of our favorites to win, right?
Yeah, and then also I do want to see a Virginia Tech. I do want to do that.
I definitely think we could do Virginia Tech. They definitely have some decent.
Yeah, again,
dude. Yeah, their recruiting process. They have some studs coming up in the lineup.
Yeah.
So, just a quick question for Xander. Xander, you're a state champion, correct?
Yeah.
So, what? You're a junior right now?
Yeah.
So, what? You're a state champion? What? A state runner-up?
Yeah, I'm a 3-time qualifier. My freshman year, I weighed 90 pounds, 106, didn't place because I was too little. Sophomore year, won it, and then this year I took 3rd. I choked in the semis, hands down. My only losses this season, I was undefeated in Alabama. My only losses were from the number 1 ranked kids from Georgia, Louisiana, and Tennessee. And then
those are some easy states. Being completely honest.
You being that high of that high of a classification wrestler, how is your college recruitment process going?
Honestly, it's now that my junior year's over, it's starting to pick up a little bit more. Like hopefully, on June 15th, that's when campus is starting to open up, and I want to go visit a couple schools in mind. Like I've been invited.
Contacting you.
Right now I have 8. I have a lot of D3s and I have a couple D2s.
Yeah, that's a lot to me. But I also wrestled in the state as high, again, Jersey.
Yeah.
I've also been in these matches with big D1 recruits. The main thing that's gonna be hard for you is because you don't have them there, and if you don't have
we do. And one thing, we have Corey Lamb, and he's around my way, and I was gonna wrestle him this year at a kind of a who's number 1 of Alabama.
Yeah.
But then that got canceled because of COVID.
Corey Lamb, you can't really do that because most of these rankings in these bad states, you're not really gonna get ranked unless you go to these national tournaments.
And I was the only national tournament I've went to so far is the Super 32 qualifier in Georgia, and I took 4th in that. And then I was going to go to the real 32, and then registration, my mom kind of messed it up, and I wasn't able to go.
Yeah, you could be like that.
And then I'm a little sad. So tournaments are starting to reopen back up, and Virginia Beach canceled, and it sucks because they could have had it still.
Yeah, I mean, I
There's
was
some
about to say,
safety
I've never
available.
been to any off-season tournaments, honestly. I thought it was going to be
Dude,
fall
if
college,
if you do want to wrestle in college, I highly suggest it.
I mean, I already committed.
Yeah, I'm verbally.
Oh God, wait, where'd you commit to?
Shippensburg in Pennsylvania. They're D2.
Nice, good, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in contact with 3 Division II.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Honestly, what it was for me is I was talking to a bunch of schools for football, and then
Yeah.
once I saw wrestling schools, that once that coach said, "Okay," I just straight up committed. I'm like, the girl's nice, school's nice.
Have any of you guys placed at Jersey State?
I never made it to state.
And I'm not trying to say that to like because Jersey's crazy. Like even to qualify,
The top 8 kids are playing D1 sports.
Yeah, I'm from
You know the worst part is the kid who plays 4th is a Rutgers commit. The guy who won, Jimmy Mullen, he's a freshman. He's gonna be one of those Gable type guys coming into college. The guy who plays 2nd is a Monmouth commit for football. The guy who plays 3rd is committed to Colgate for football. The guy who plays 4th is like the 2nd actual wrestler. He's committed to Rutgers for wrestling. The guy who plays 5th was a random kid who just came out of nowhere. The guy who plays 6th is wrestling a rider. The guy who plays 7th is a sophomore who lost to Jimmy Mullen in the middle school state finals.
No, Jersey is crazy.
Yeah,
half these guys are leg riders too. It's insane.
I'm from Pennsylvania. The same thing you're at.
And the guy who plays 8th is playing D1 football.
That is one thing. Like as I've been traveling around the country for camps and everything, it's kind of cool because like they're in from what I've seen, there are 3 distinct wrestling styles. Up north, west, like South Dakota, those areas. It's a lot of grit. Like it's like the Santo kind of style. It's you're pounding on kids and you're gonna beat them mentally and then you're gonna beat them. Down in the South,
New Jersey.
Down in the South, like Alabama, it's kind of weird. It's funk. It's what's his name? Afro.
Askren.
It is Ben Askren's all over the place. And then Jersey, it's technique down solid.
Jersey.
Not really even. Like honestly, a lot of guys you need like okay. So we have districts, regions, states, right?
Yeah.
You have technique, you can start on varsity. You have technique and athleticism, you're going to regions. You have technique, athleticism, and the ability to beat somebody up, you're going to states. If you have those 3 and you have the ability and you have the main thing about Jersey, you need defense.
Oh, yeah. 100 because with such a high level of technique, everybody's throwing things.
It's the highest pace of wrestling I've ever seen, too. You've never seen heavyweights. People are like, oh, heavyweights are going to get gassed and into those matches. These heavyweights, some of these heavyweights move faster than the 106s I've seen.
Oh, yeah. I've seen
heavyweights consistently in Granby's, riding the legs, taking like misdirection sweep singles.
Yeah.
In dumps and everything all over the place.
Yeah, like just to put it in perspective, freaking in the South, heavyweight's the worst type. Like there are good ones, do not get me wrong, but like majority, it is just short.
It's always just all those beefed up guys. Texas is a state where you see all these linemen, but you don't see it as much because Texas linemen are like new levels of big, and they're not.
Yeah,
I'd say like New Jersey, where you see the main thing for linemen is you see the football game is more evolving into speed too. Because I was around 295 during football, and I used to be athletic and more than athletic than anybody, and I had to work a lot on like everything just to keep up. Honestly,
and like
shape. It's just like
all positions, like especially like in NFL wise, you can see quarterbacks like they're all wanting the Patrick Mahomes. They're all wanting like the ones that can run the ball and be faster. You said,
yeah.
All right. Well, I think I gotta call it.
Yeah, all right, man. Peace. We'll try to get you on next time. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, hey, I'll be glad to. See you guys. See you.
We're gonna do another one tomorrow, so just let me know like throughout the day.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
It was nice talking with you all.
All right, bro. Peace.
Yeah.
All right, man. So just let's do now. Yeah, 174. Carter Staroki. The main thing about him is he's like the one guy I don't know much about. I know he had a really solid redshirt season. He's ranked I think 5th coming into the season.
Let's look. Let's see.
Let's look at the guys at 174 right now. Who's really there?
I'm just gonna look at his off season, like his redshirt season.
This is unseeded. I think it's a battle between Massa and Kemmer for the finals, as far as I've seen. I think Carter Soroki is going to be more of like a David Carr type. I think he's exactly like David Carr. So you never really know.
Carter Soroki was undefeated.
He went undefeated? And who were key wins?
Huh?
Who were key wins? Who were the wins?
Key wins. Jared S from Lock Haven, a big 2-0 win. He had a fall against the guy from Bucknell. He had a 3-2 win against the number 12 ranked guy from Army.
What's his name? Ben Sullivan?
Ben Harvey.
Ben Harvey's very good.
Yeah. And then he majored number 16 ranked Spencer Cray from Navy with a major 13-5.
Yeah, that doesn't really mean much. I think Ben Harvey's a guy who's really underrated.
He also had a bunch. He had, let's just see here, at least five or six bonus point wins.
Ranked wins. I'm
had,
gonna go out on a limb. I haven't seen much of this guy. I think he does very well. I think he has a season like David Carr does. I think he's pretty much – I think he plays around 4th or 5th. I really can't give you much in-depth look at 174 because after really Mark Hall leaving, Devin Skaska's gone. All of these guys are really gone. I'm not sure if Mikey Labriola is still at 174. I think he's still at 174. So I think Soroki plays 4th, easy.
Just a quick back to Jared Verclearen, who I know we talked about like 25 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to touch base back on him. He had a very well season. 3-1 sudden victory, lost to Jimmy Hoffman from Lehigh, who's, he's one of the better guys that weight. Again, he beat Jimmy Hoffman with a medical forfeit. He lost to Pat Lugo 6-1. He beat Brayton Lee from Minnesota, 7-5 sudden victory. And then he lost to Sammy Sasso 3-1 sudden victory. He's taking these guys into, late matches. He's tiring them out. Like I said, his head and hands defense is, it's there.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I don't think the thing is, I don't think he can beat any of those guys. For so fact that I don't think he can get in on their legs, get the attack off. He's more of a wrestler. He can keep matches close, which I think that's why he's gonna have the starting spot. Because other guys might win matches, he won't.
Yeah.
But I also don't think they're going to. They're also going to get bonused in situations where he won't.
Yeah.
I think in the complete point trade-off, that's the decision Kel's going to make. Maybe we see different guys coming in at the weight class. Like, who knows?
Yeah, I definitely think we could see like just people just switching in and out at that weight.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, so 174, like I said,
I haven't placed around 4th.
I agree with that 4, 5, 6 range.
Yeah, I don't really know. I think Jordan Cutler is there, right, from Lehigh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna say there is Massa wins from Michigan. Kemmerer takes 2nd. 3rd is gonna be Jordan Cutler from Lehigh. 4th is gonna be Mikey Labriola from Nebraska.
Yeah, we have Kemmerer. This is just a 1 to 5. Kemmerer, Massa, Labriola, Samuel Colbray from Iowa State.
Sammy Colbray is the one I meant to talk about. Sammy Colbray is going to go over. Sammy Colbray is going to wrestle Carter Soroki. I think that's going to be the match that he shows up for. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's going to be the deciding match where he plays.
Yeah. He had like I said, he had a big win against the number 9 ranked. This is during his redshirt season. He beat number 9 ranked senior from North Carolina State, Daniel Bullard, by 2 points. That's like Xander was saying, that's a dominant win in college. He did well.
Yeah. Yeah, I still think he takes around fifth, which is pretty solid. I think that's where
Solid.
he's. I think he's a guy who just sticks to his ranking. Honestly, I don't think he places much above. I think he's decently consistent where he's going to play off.
Yeah.
Yeah, decently where he already is. I don't see much changing honestly with him. So
Yeah, no, I don't see him. Yeah, I don't see him.
because he's a guy not many people know about too. I think
Yeah.
I think 180, 174 is probably just going to stay the way it is. It could some very low guys could very well come into the mix like Carson Carcella, Caleb Romero from Ohio State.
Yeah. There's a lot of sleepers in that.
Yeah, again, yeah. So 184, the man Aaron Brooks.
Big Ten champ.
He solidified his spot. The main thing I could see happening, I really don't know if it's going to happen, is Cameron Caffey could be Aaron Brooks. That was a very close match last time. Caffey's been on a hot streak. If he's on that hot streak again, you can't really tell what tournament Caffey's going to have until you see him. The way his tournament was going at Big Tens, I knew he was going to make the finals. I thought beating Brooks maybe a little bit pushing it, but I gave him the pass to beat Brooks. He didn't get it done. Just 3-2 match was insanely close. I think Caffey was. If that match went on extra minute, Caffey wins the match.
Here's the problem that I have for this next year.
Okay.
I'm going to just make a broad statement, and I'm going to say Cameron Caffey doesn't qualify. I'm just putting this into perspective where you have Brooks,
Okay.
Miles Amin,
Okay.
Taylor Vance from Nebraska, and
Okay.
Abe Assad from Iowa.
I think you have like 7 spots at 184 though.
Okay,
No, 184 has 5 spots. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see Caffey losing to Assad.
You don't see Caffey losing to Abe Assad?
100%. I think Abe Assad is there. That's just my opinion. I think a guy we're sleeping on is Billy Janzer from Rutgers.
Rocky Jordan.
I think Billy Janzer from Rutgers is probably going to be Abe Assad too. Rocky Jordan is probably going to be Abe Assad. Because the main thing at 184, the problem is a lot of this talent is outside the Big Ten. Trent Hidley, Lou Dupre,
Max
all
Dean,
those guys.
Hunter Bolden,
from Virginia Tech. That's why a lot of
Bill Day.
the bids that are given out are not in the Big Ten.
A lot of the ACC guys.
Yeah, a lot of that's nothing I've seen.
Yeah, Bolden, Hilday,
Hidley,
Nino Bonner.
Nina Bonakorski from Pitt that's a very decent guy. I think he's a 50-50 whether he places or not.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm going to give Aaron Brooks. I think he takes third.
I'm giving him
Behind
the
Yeah, you picked him first. That's very possible. I'm going to say the reason why is Miles Amin. Again, an insanely tough guy. I've seen Russell went to overtime with Mark Hall. Amin is also a guy who, if it goes to overtime, the favor's in him, unless he's wrestling a guy like Mark Hall, who can play the match like that. That's great. I think Amin is going to take out the weight class. I think Max Dean is going to beat Aaron Brooks in the semifinals. And I'm going to say that. Actually, no. I think Amin's going to beat Aaron Brooks in the semifinals. I think Max Dean is going to beat somebody else. Maybe Taylor Vance.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm going to say that, Max Dean's defense is pretty good. The pace Max Dean can set also is good. Because Aaron Brooks is an athlete. But you take RBY, he's an athlete. You push him 100%. How much longer is he going to be that athletic?
Yeah.
Not insanely long. So, again, yeah. I have Aaron Brooks pacing third. I have Cameron Caffey placing fifth. I think Hunter Bolin goes in right after Cameron Caffey. I think Lou Dupre takes that 4 spot. Caffey takes the 5 spot. Taylor Vance 6. Hidley 7. And Bonakorski 8. I think that's what I said the last time.
Yeah, that's honestly solid there.
Yeah. So what do you have there?
I have I have Brooks beating Max Dean in the finals.
Okay. Yeah, again.
Miles Amin getting 4th, losing to Hunter Bolden from Virginia Tech. I have Lou Dupree. Dupree is beating Nino Bonacorski for the 5th and 6th. And then I have Heidley losing to Taylor Venz for 7 and 8. Caffey, and then Caffey and Assad are both going to be round guys.
Yeah, I mean, those are also solid picks. So, yeah.
There's
nothing really much to say about this weight class. Like,
yeah, it's really honestly.
Weight class is obviously taking a drop from where it was.
Yeah.
I think Miles Martin was still the best guy in the weight class. He just didn't have the best tournament. Same thing with Shakur Rashid. I think Shakur was still a top 3 guy.
Oh yeah, he had a horrible tournament. I don't know.
He's not the best in the big matches. He's still a Big Ten finalist, lost to Colin Moore in the Big Ten finals. I just think Shakur Rashid at 84 it just felt weird.
I feel like he was a 97 guy.
He was only 185 versus 97. That's the kind of thing I don't get. But I honestly don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I think this is honestly anyone's weight. I really wish we would have got to see it play out this season. I do think this was Aaron Brooks' season to take it as a freshman. I think.
Yeah.
I think this is his year.
I wanted to say that, but with those two, I think Aaron Brooks would have taken it this season.
Yeah.
The tournament he was having, he was doing great.
Yeah, Big Ten.
I honestly think his only threat was Cameron Caffey.
Yeah.
The season Caffey was having was amazing. And to see Cameron Caffey could have done something very special. When's the last time a guy from Michigan State's won Natty? And as far as I know, it's insanely long ago. And I think Caffey would have beaten him if Caffey kept that hot streak going.
Yeah, I mean, they were both having a season of their lives.
Yeah,
I'm just going to I believe, what, did Brooks lose? Yeah, he did. He took a loss to Taylor Venz from Nebraska 9-5.
Yeah.
I mean, some of his, big wins. He beat Abe Assad 7-3. He beat Rocky Jordan 15-4. That's really all his big wins this year.
Yeah, honestly.
Caffey, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that'll take us to 97. I mean, I'm gonna just go with Michael Beard. I think that's really who I see going out at 97.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the same thing. Unless I don't see Greg Kerfoot making the cut because he looks like he's been working insanely hard to put on weight.
Yeah, you
could see Neville's make the cut. I don't think that's realistic.
No, not at all.
But that's a big maybe,
I mean,
if Neville's makes the cut, he's a starter in 97.
But then again, you have Austin Hoops there. Other than that, you have
Michael Beard was an insanely solid redshirt.
He was crazy. He was insane. I definitely am gonna have to go rank number 8, Michael Beard there.
Yeah.
There's
but 97 is a complete mess.
97 is I honestly.
I want to say Pat Bruckey and Jacob Warner. They should have been the guys, but they just both. Like Jacob Warner took a more credible loss to Shakur Rashid. Shakur Rashid was having the tournament. Who knows? He could have been the guy at 190. Darmstadt was at 184. Took a bunch of terrible losses like Travis Stefanik from Princeton. It was just an off season for him. I don't know who came up with a thought to have Darmstadt at 184. It's just terrible. Darmstadt 6'5".
Yeah, Darmstadt, he honestly is in that 95, that 97 heavyweight.
100%. Darmstadt could have won heavyweight, but
100%. Yeah,
you have to consider they have Fernandez coming. They can't do that. Fernandez guys.
I'm just rank wise. Noah Adams from West Virginia.
I don't see Noah Adams placing.
Really, he's the one.
I don't see him placing. Cause I'm gonna go on completely 197, like stats completely out the window.
Yeah.
Again, I told you my number one pick was going to be Cordell Norfleet from Arizona State. He had a great
That's
season.
honestly, not gonna lie, the way 97 is looking, that's not a horrible pick.
Yeah.
Not at all. Not at
And
all.
the reason I had that, he took down Colin Moore, took him down 3 times. The main concern about him is I'm going to say I haven't seen his offense.
Yeah.
His defensive re-attack skills are amazing, though. Colin Moore went for a shot, didn't get it, comes back up, blast double again. It's 9-11 match. You don't see a guy like Colin Moore rest of those.
No.
Colin Moore's usually a guy. Colin Moore has some great conditioning, is able to get on volumes of shots.
Yeah. Yesterday I went safe and I picked Pat Brookie.
Yeah.
That's obviously that's a safe
Very
pick.
well.
I had him.
Pat Brookie, I think Pat Brookie might should be cutting a lot of weight, honestly.
I had him losing to Jacob Warner in the finals. I mean,
Yeah.
have him beating Jacob Warner in the finals.
Yeah.
But
I think we might see Pat Brookie at heavyweight.
I mean, that's not something that you can count out.
Yeah.
At all. I
think if he goes heavyweight, we're all Americans. Because
big.
you have the things you have to think about. Derek White, I think, is going 97 right now, right? And he went heavyweight in college. But Derek White also one of those guys who was a threat to win the title in 97. Again, nobody was a threat to Bo in 97, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm going to say is Pat Brookie is going to remain in 97. Maybe he has a rough season. Maybe he doesn't. Colin Moore at 97 doesn't look great. I think Colin Moore is going to be the guy to drop down to 92 after the Olympic year is over. Stay at 97 because Miles Martin's at 86. Yep. But since we're going by that, 97 is like 213, I think. In 197, like 97 kg is 213.
Yeah.
197 is like that. This is kind of a lot. But I think the 97 kg weight class can be perfect for him. Like, because it sucks because, like, the only match people have seen is him versus Jaden Cox at Beat the Streets, where he got absolutely demolished.
Yeah.
And you can't really judge it based on that because, like, you have Jaden Cox. I think Bo would have teched him also.
Yeah.
But after Snyder, that he's, like, in the class with guys like Mike Machiavello, Hayden Zilmer, Colin Moore. Like, he's up there with them.
Exactly.
I think Colin Moore's a guy who's completely underrated, too. He's very dominant in freestyle.
Very.
A guy, I think Bo Nickel drops down to 92 kg weight class. Jaden Cox too. I think Bo Nickel stays at 97.
Yeah.
At the end of the year, depending on how everything turns out with Cox versus Snyder.
Yeah. I mean, I think Cox versus.
But again, the main thing is Kyle Snyder moved to Nittany Lion Wrestling Club.
That was huge.
Yeah.
Then they got Gilman too.
Yeah, and that's why Kirk left. Penn State's a force to be reckoned with, dude. Like at the international level too now.
Yeah.
I think you have David Taylor at 86, Bo Nickel at 92, Kyle Snyder at 97. That's unstoppable.
Yeah.
I just think Jaden Cox kind of gets in the way of everything a little bit.
Yeah, he does.
But Cox, again, you can't say anything bad about him. He's the guy there. He's proven it many times, extremely underrated.
Yeah, he's definitely extremely underrated there.
Yeah. That's crazy too because he's ranked third in the world at 97.
Yeah.
Sajulaya first.
Yeah.
Apparently, the thing I posted, people were telling me that he recovered from COVID, so I might delete this post soon. Maybe not. I don't really know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see your post about that. Like,
I don't know how to feel about that, but yeah, like again, like in the heavyweight, they have so many options at the international. Seth Neville is a very good freestyler. He got teched by Tony Cat. He's not the greatest freestyler.
yeah.
He's a world level freestyler. That's what I'm trying to say. So is Nick Neville's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So Greg Kirkland is a freestyle wrestler.
Yeah, Kirkland.
And Kirkland, I think, takes out Adam Kuhn.
I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
I 100% agree that is the man to take out Adam Kuhn. Because, I mean, you saw Colin Schultz. You saw Colin Schultz try. I mean.
Yeah, no. In Greco, Adam Kuhn pins Kirk, 100%. But in freestyle, the thing is, Kuhn was up there with Gwiz the entire time. But these guys weren't coming through. These guys that can get on shots and finish them. Yeah. Gwiz, I think, is still going to be the man over Gable. For the sole fact that Gwiz has the ability to get on leg attacks, and he's not quick with the finish. He's able to horse him over and just finish it like that. And he did that to Gable correctly. Because no time you see Gable, he made one mistake, which was it looked like an amazing takedown for Gable. He took a shot, backed out. Gable cuts the corner extremely fast, takes the leg and sits at final legs. You might have seen it, you might have not.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
You probably did. It looked insane. It looked so clean.
Yeah,
I think if Gwiz, I'm thinking he shoots on it, stays loose on the leg, he could have probably pulled him in and scored off that, or just gotten a stalemate.
Yeah, I saw that happen, and I was kind of sitting there like, well, did he know what he was doing? Did he try that on like was he?
He tried to I think he looked like he tried to kind of fake a shot but got in too far.
Yeah, he got.
Maybe it's it might have been just a lapse of judgment. Who really knows? But again, he's the World Team member who might tell him that, you know.
Yeah.
But in retrospect, it doesn't look like the greatest choice to make, especially knowing that Gable's strength is his retake game. He just doesn't use it a lot because guys don't try to shoot on him.
Yeah, I think
the guy that was shooting on was Mason Paris, and Mason Paris was staying with the dump. You can't really hit a re-attack off of that unless he shoots and comes back up.
Yeah, I mean, Beard at 97, Penn State. I think
you're very well placed. I think.
Oh, 100%. I agree with that 100%. But this is another weight where if Penn State is looking to
Beard can win the weight class.
That top 3 spot, you need him to place.
You know what I'm gonna say. Chase Singletary made the cut to 197, right? I'm thinking Chase Singletary versus Michael Beard is gonna be a very interesting match.
Very.
I think if he wins that, he places. If he doesn't, he doesn't.
Yeah.
I think it's just a huge jumble of everybody.
Yeah. It's just a crazy mix.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna say Cordell Norfleet comes on top because he's been the guy who's put up the most points of anybody I've seen.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay with.
Nobody else really knows what he is, though. That's the thing.
I'm gonna stay with Pat Brooke.
You stay with Pat Brooke? I think that's very possible too. I think Norfleet has the same strength as him. Brookie just looks a lot bigger than everybody.
I mean, you also.
I think Norfleet has the speed too.
Which this is where it could get interesting is if you see Darmstadt or you see Warner be in that 1 and 2 match, that's going to be another toss up there for Iowa and Cornell.
Darmstadt has his funk, but you know what beats funk? Athleticism. Technique doesn't beat funk all the time.
Then you got Eric Schultz from Nebraska, that could very well push Nebraska up.
I think Schultz places no matter what. He's
100% Schultz is placing. Yeah. I think that you have to say that with Beard as well. I think 100% Beard's placing.
I don't know because again you can't say they're a freshman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he could have a bust.
Yeah. The only reason people knew Spencer Lee was going to place and win is because of the season he had. Nobody knew really what was going to happen with Spencer Lee losing to Austin San State Finals.
Then again, Lee had a torn ACL.
Yeah, again, you know what I'm saying? Lingering injuries is not like the ACL goes away and everything's fine.
Yeah, that's like Yanni. Yanni won a national title with a torn ACL.
Yeah, but Spencer Lee was predicted to win. Yanni wasn't. Yanni came back in the final seconds with the roll-through cradle. Again, Wyoming with the state champ would have been huge. Or state national champ would have been huge.
The national champ would have been massive. Yeah. That would have almost, runner-up still great. I'm sure they still have been getting some good people.
Yeah, he's a 2-time runner-up. It's tough.
Yeah, that's rough. He's name's still in the record book. He kind of put Wyoming on the map for wrestling-wise.
I think Montori Bridges is a guy who could do that 133.
Yeah.
Brian Andrews is a guy who could do that heavyweight. I really don't know of any guys out of their weight classes. I don't think there's many guys up there because where are they in the Pac-12?
Yeah, Pac-12.
Big 12?
Big 12. No, here.
I think they're in the Big 12.
Yeah, Big 12, Pac-12. Yeah, one of those two.
Yeah. What team is in the SoCon?
The SoCon?
Yeah. Duke, right? No, Duke's in the ACC.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
The SoCon, I don't know. I remember seeing Clarion or something in there.
Yeah, Clarion.
Yeah. The team I'm wrestling at Shippensburg actually goes to the Clarion Open, so I'm pretty sure Penn State was there.
Penn State is there. I only know that because Beard's stats, he wrestled the guy from Shippensburg.
Yeah. And if Seth Nevels is the back next year, the latch ups are coming, dude.
What if you pin Seth Nevels?
Yeah, that'd be insane.
I want to see your facial reaction would be if you pinned Seth Nevels.
I would get up, I would slam my headgear, and I would just go like this to the crowd and just start flexing, running around.
I just look at.
That's what I was gonna do when I was pin this Rutgers commit, because you know how much stuff I watched on him. This is a guy who loves to go from the under over. He loves to just casually walk in the knee pick, which I don't know why. So I'm like, okay, when I feel him reaching for a knee pick, that's when I go for the lat drop. That's when I go for the lat drop. I got it. And I hear the whole – and I was so prepared to just get clapped right on my back. Because I'm like, okay, I know technique-wise it's perfect. It's there. Yeah. But I'm like, this is still a record for me. He's not a nobody. He's not just going to let me throw him.
Yeah. He's not.
And then I'm prepared to get clapped. My eyes are closed on everything while throwing him. You hear me yelling while throwing him. I'm like, right? And then he's on his back. And I'm like – and I'm just like – I open my eyes. I'm like – and everything's just blurry. I'm like – I hear so many people yelling. I must have actually thrown him. And then he ends up bridging out of it, getting up, and then all I see is like a huge blob just running at me because like my brain's not working correctly anymore. And I just go for another lat drop and pin myself. Yeah. If I got it twice, that would have been funny.
Here, just basically while we're on the topic of Penn State,
yeah,
they do have the national tournament breakdown on WrestleStat.com.
Yeah.
They have Roma Bravo Young getting 4th.
Okay. I haven't taken 5th. That's not that far off.
Nick Lee winning.
Over Yanni?
Yeah, winning. They just have him winning.
Wait, Jaden Ironman was second the way he's listed.
Yeah. They have him winning. They have Jared McLaren getting 23rd.
Again, that's very possible.
They have Brady Berge getting 14th. They have Joe Lee getting 16th.
Okay.
They have Carter Steroki getting 5th.
Okay.
Again, that's getting 3rd. Beard getting 8th. And they have Kirklovitz getting 16th.
Kirklovitz far off.
Having
Kirklovitz ranked appropriately for what he's achieved, which is absolutely nothing.
And oddly enough, they have Robert Howard not qualifying.
Yeah, again, that's where he should be ranked. Like, he hasn't done anything.
And they have Penn State getting 3rd behind Iowa and Michigan, and then 4th, oddly enough, North Carolina State.
Where's Cornell?
Cornell is – hold on, still scrolling, don't worry. Not in the top 20, 24th.
Yeah, that's a joke, dude.
Yeah, this is –
okay, so what I'm going to say, the reason I have Cornell doing so good, I think the EIWA has like a lot more bids to nationals. The guy from 125, 133, I'm just going to say half of them that aren't supposed to make it. Luis Fernandez is going to have a huge run. Ben Darmstadt is going to have a huge run. I think Ben Darmstadt could very well win nationals. A very good shot. Luis Fernandez, who isn't even ranked, I think places 6th.
I could see it.
I just think the style fits in so well with these guys. He lost to Gannon Gremmel 4-0. He's put on a good 25 pounds since then. He gave up 2 points from not getting out from – he gave up 2 stall calls on bottom in riding time against a guy who's like 50 pounds more.
They have Cornell's season projected record being 55-22, which I don't believe that. I think they would definitely – wait, what? Yeah, that's just like the ranking wise, like who they would lose to. They had them losing to Army, 18-15.
No, but I'm saying their performance in the national tournament. Their dual-meet performance is probably not going to be that good. Yeah. Think about who they have. Yanni, who are guaranteed wins.
I'm just going to do the
Yanni, Vito.
Yeah, I'm just going to do right now the Cornell Michigan matchup.
Mm-hmm.
They have Michigan beating them 27-13.
Yeah, no, that's very possible because Max Dean's not a guaranteed win there. Neither is Luis Fernandez.
Yeah, they have.
Can we just run through the scores real quick?
Okay, yeah. They have starting off. They have Vitali.
Vito Arruja.
Yeah, they have him. Decision against Jack Medley.
I think he pins him. I think Vito pins him.
They have only a 9-9-4.
Yeah, I veto pinned him.
They have Dominic
LaJoy.
against Miocic. They have Miocic majoring him 15-4, which I think that could be a pin.
I think Miocic texts him.
Tech pin.
Mhm.
Then they have Cole Matten and then Joshua Saunders. They have
Wait, is
Matten.
that 141?
Yeah, this is at 141.
So Yanni's not at 41.
Yanni's at 49. They have it.
Okay, that's fair. Just run through it.
Yeah, they have Cole Matten from Michigan. This major decision 14-5. They have
I
Yanni.
say that's a decision.
Then they have
upset
Yanni,
depending on whose home it is.
Yanni versus Keenan Store.
Okay.
So they have Yanni majoring him 12-3.
I think Yanni gets a decision. He's not a big bonus point guy.
Um,
I think
They have-
Kaden Store is extremely underrated there too.
they have Colton.
Lapugian.
Yeah, over Will. They have him beating. They have him beating a 5-4 against Will Wall, whatever. Then they have Cameron Amin, of Michigan beating Andrew Marola from Cornell 13-2 major decision.
Yeah, I can see that.
Then they have Chris Boca losing to Massa by fall.
That's not happening. It's a decision.
Boca doesn't get pinned.
Foca is extremely underrated.
I don't think Massa will pin Boca.
You know who Michael O'Malley from Drexel is?
Yeah.
Foca lost to him in the state finals.
Then they have,
You know who John Poznansky is?
Yeah.
Have you seen this kid this year, John Poznansky?
I saw like a highlight. Yeah.
He teched and pinned everybody this entire season,
Mhm.
except for the other ranked dude, Ryan Rogers from Blair in the Beast of the East finals.
Yeah.
He did, like, 8-2.
I was say yeah. TP.
Foca beat Poznansky 5-2.
And then 84, Max Dean and Miles Amin. They have Amin beating Max Dean 7-5 decision.
I think that match goes to whoever's home field is.
Yeah, that's.
I just think it's just that close.
Then they have Darmstadt beating Jalen and Bree from Michigan 12-5 decision.
Wait, who? Darmstadt
Yeah.
beating Jelani Embry?
And they have Mason.
I
Paris,
agree with
they have
that.
Mason Paris pinning Lewis Fernandez.
Nope.
I just,
That could be an upset bid.
yeah, that definitely could be.
I don't want to be the guy to say it because I think if Paris does come out there and pins him with a dome. I doubt it. Luis Fernandez has the length to defend that. People are like, it's the athleticism and the size. It's not. It's the length and athleticism to defend it.
Yeah.
Because think about it. If you look at Mason Paris' dump, who hasn't been able to defend it? Tony Cassiope. Short, stubbier guy. Who has been able to defend it? Gable Stevenson, superior technique and athleticism. Trent Hilger is extremely athletic, has been able to defend it. And that's pretty much it as far as I've seen. Yeah.
Yeah. So, just to do one more recap, at 97, I have to put Beard going top 5.
I'm going to put Beard at – I think Beard versus Noah Adams is a toss-up. I think Noah Adams, though, loses in the blood round.
See that being 7th and 8th.
I think Adams loses in the blood round and Beard takes 7th.
Beard takes 7. All right. So that brings us to heavyweight, which you got Greg Kirkland.
So we're sitting outside the box. So what if Neville gets the spot?
That's what I'm saying. What if they wrestle off and Neville beats him?
Because that's very possible. If Neville gets in top, Neville pins him.
That's also something you have to think about.
Because I haven't seen much of Greg Kirkland on bottom. My first subscription expired, so I couldn't really see him wrestle a lot of the red shirt matches. You don't really see those unless you have flow. The only real match I've seen, competitive match between him and Gable. His high school career, he was pinning everybody in the first period, as he should have been. And against Gable let him up. Greg Kirkland, very good with the legs.
Yeah.
He was holding Gable down for a while.
So, I mean, if you see Kirkland go, I think you see Kirkland getting – he very well could land himself a spot in the finals against Gable, and he very well could beat Gable.
I haven't taken the finals. I think Kirkland, it's a guy.
I had him in the
Gable
finals,
or in a
and I had him
different
beating Gable in the finals, so I have him as the champ.
I don't know about that yet, but I don't know, man. Very well could happen. Very well couldn't happen. I think that
And we very well could see Seth Neville's, and we could see a fifth, sixth place finish. Because I think this season we would have seen a fifth, sixth place finish from Neville's.
Yeah, I think Neville's and Fernandez are about the same.
I like to see that matchup.
What I'm gonna say is Gable decision. Again, top 4 are gonna be Cassiope, Paris, Gable, and Kirk, right?
Yeah.
Kirk-Vliet majors Tony Cassiope. Kirk-Vliet pins Mason Paris.
Yeah.
Kirk-Vliet is going to be more dominant on his way to the finals than Gable will be.
100%.
Just because Kirk-Vliet has a more defined top game.
Yeah.
And something people don't realize is Kirk-Vliet's stronger than Seth Neville's. Did you get to wrestle Kirk-Vliet at the camp, or did he not transfer yet?
No, he wasn't there when I was there yet.
Was it before the transfer or after it?
I think it was before. Because he's the only big transfer that was
Snyder there?
No. No, it was well before. This was last summer.
Yeah.
I'm sure this year all these guys would have been there, which I would have definitely.
Just try to hop out to a camp though. It'd be actually dope. With all the upweights coming in. Was Jimmy Lawson there? Nah, no shot. He's in MMA now.
Yeah. Only big guys that were there, like I said, were Nick, Seth, and Anthony Caston.
Was Bo there?
Bo was there. I rolled around with Bo. Bo was tough. I said rolled around with Seth. I rolled around with.
Did you see that video of Jason Off getting lap dropped by some heavyweight?
Yes, I did see that. He definitely let him hit the lap drop.
No, I doubt it.
You really?
I doubt it because Jason Off the log, he just rolled over. It looked like he got manhandled there.
I mean, I did see that, yeah.
Because you have the heavyweight funk rolling you. You don't know what to do.
You're like, oh. He was like.
He's like, you're not supposed to be moving this fast.
Yeah, he saw him, and he saw him hit it, and he was like, he's like, I can't get paid in front of all these kids.
Yeah. All I would do against Jason Dolph is just dig under overs as fast as I could and then squeeze.
Bear hug back trip.
No, not even. I would go for the bear hug. If that's not there, I'm going for that inside triple lat drop right away.
Yeah, I think no matter who they put at heavyweight, you're going to see a top 8.
Yeah. I say we see a top 8 finish from Neville's, and we see a top 3 finish from Kirk-Vliet.
Yeah, I'm going to play.
We're going to go by my placing again. I see Cassiope taking higher than Paris.
I think I agree with that.
I think Fernandez comes up huge for Cornell here.
So I think I'm trying to just remember who I had for my top 8 yesterday for heavyweight. Just trying to think. I have Kirk winning.
So I'm gonna run through I'll just run through my top 32 because I have them saved.
Yeah, go ahead.
Gable Stevenson's gonna be number 1. Greg Kirk-Vliet at number 2. Tony Cassiope number 3. Mason Paris number 4. Matt Stenzel number 5. Trent Hilger number 6. Luis Fernandez gonna take number 7. Yaroslav Slavakuski from Harvard is gonna take number 8. Jordan Wood, I see him fall in the blood round. It's kind of tough. Gary Traub is gonna be in the blood round. Zach Elam is gonna be in the blood round. AJ Neville's gonna be in the blood round. This is a tough choice between Gannon Gremo and AJ Neville's, but I see Gannon Gremo going in the round of 16. Zachary Knight and Ward from Hofstra in the round of 16. John Mergemeyer from Navy in the round of 16. John Spalding from Edinburgh in the round of 16. Carter Isley in the round of 24. Christian Lance in the round of 24. Andrew Gunning, Lucas Luffman from Illinois. Ben Sullivan from Army. Max Iyer from Northern Illinois. Colton McKieran from SIU. I don't know. I forgot what that is. Dalton Robertson from Colorado. And then WrestleBack 1, I have Nico Camacho from American, Chase Trussell from Utah Valley, Quinn Miller from Virginia, Deontay Wilson from NC State, who could make some noise, John Boris from Virginia Tech, Brandon Metz from North Dakota State, Zach Schrader from Cal Baptist, and Jordan Ernest from Ohio. So, I mean, at heavyweight, every year we have a guy who nobody thinks is going to do great, but does. Right?
Yeah, I just have my top 8.
2 years ago where it was a Snyder thing that Amar Desi is 6th seed, placed 3rd. But the big story would be Jacob Casper.
All right.
And the pinning Sam Stoll, he went for a matchup against Amar Desi, got smacked in a minute. And then if you look at last year, it had to be Jordan Wood. Again, everybody knew he would do decent, but nobody really knew anything about him. He was like, he's the guy who definitely got knocked off by Sam Stoll as a 28 seed. And then this year, I think that guy would have had to been. Like, you don't know.
All right. One I put Kirk, 2 Gable, 3 Paris, 4 Cassiope.
Yeah, I don't have Paris being Cassiope ever again.
Number 5, Gannon Gremmel.
Okay.
Uh,
Over Matt Stencil?
No, over Trent Hilger.
What about Matt Stencil, dude?
I have Stencil beating Fernandez for 7 and 8.
Okay.
And then I just did top 8, but 9. I'm a big Jordan Woods guy. I think he definitely.
Yeah, I love Jordan Wood. And the fact that I had to put him, like, everybody's like, oh, he beat this Harvard kid. The Harvard kid was a true freshman. I think he wins next year.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the Harvard kid at 10.
Yeah. Like, Jordan Wood's an insanely good guy. It's tough to see that happen, too.
I mean, I saw him wrestle at Lehigh against Oklahoma State, and he looked great.
I saw him wrestle, what's his name, Eric Chaconis from Bucknell. Again, 2-time state champ. Fernandez basically successor to the heavyweight after him. And then Jordan Wood pinned Eric Chaconis in an assassin.
Yeah, I think Wood ended up.
Yeah, there was just something different about Fernandez, dude. I think he can place. I think
like I said, I have Fernandez in the 8th spot. I mean, the way you've been talking about him, and especially like you said, if he's getting bigger, you know, he's putting on that weight.
He's maintained the athleticism. The main thing I'm seeing is the leg ride here. There are 3 leg riders here that have.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Fernandez, Hilger, Kerkliet. I'm pretty sure Mason Parrish probably has the ability to do so. So does Gable. I don't know about Tony. Tony Cassiope has his top ride. The Spiral and Blair ride, amazing for him. The Yaroslav dude is more of a neutral wrestler. He's a little bit smaller than everybody else. The weight class is evolving back to bigger people. People don't understand that. Like, it's not like any of these guys are small anymore. Gable's 265. Kerkvliet's 240. Kerkvliet has the frame where he could put on up to 270 and be extremely athletic. It's a lot harder to do that. Cassiope's about 270. Mason Parrish is around 255, 260. Stencil's 285. But the crazy thing about Stencil's top ride is also amazing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Stencil's flexibility is at new levels. Yeah. Fernandez, the main thing that I don't know how it's going to end up is his bottom ability. But Fernandez has the ability not only ride legs, but turn people consistently with legs. And the Yaroslav dude is a complete hunch. I think he's going to do very good this year.
Oh, yeah.
He had a 3-1 loss to Trent Hilger in that third-place match at Midland. So.
And I just thought I'd touch on this quick, just based on the fact that, I figured I'd talk about this.
Yeah.
We're talking about Penn State. I thought I'd talk about some guys that Penn State lost last season.
Mark Hall.
I'm talking about guys that didn't graduate, just that left.
Yeah.
That, they kind of decided to break away from Penn State, which you've seen happen. They had Nick Sirianni.
Mm-hmm.
They had, at one point, they had DeSanto.
They had DeSanto?
Yeah, DeSanto was committed to Penn State. So was Spencer Lee. At one point before they committed to Iowa, they're both committed to Penn State.
What's his name? Gavin Teasdale. That's what I was talking about.
This is that in my opinion is the biggest loss. Him and Brody Teske were the 2 biggest losses in the lightweights. That 125 and 133, where I think
Penn State let Teasdale go, and I think that was the right call there. Suriano is what it is, Suriano wanted to be in New Jersey.
Yeah, Teasdale's at Iowa now.
Yeah, Teasdale's never going to be good. And Teasdale beat Pat Glory, dude.
Yeah, I know. Teasdale is he's a machine.
I think the biggest dark horse, dude, is going to be Zachary Knight and Ward of Hofstra. I hate that, I'm kind of riding these guys too high because like I've seen them a lot. Like these guys are present on Instagram, like all that stuff. But I really don't know.
Honestly, though, like Hofstra has a lot. They're honestly they're on a come up for
Yeah,
wrestling. They honestly are on.
like them breaking into the top 20 would be huge.
Yeah, definitely. Them breaking.
I think they might be able to get maybe 3 or 4 national qualifiers, and that would be huge for them.
That would be massive for that team.
I think Knight and Ward wins 2 matches.
I agree.
I could see him placing. Actually, probably not. I could see him making the blood arm, which would be huge. I think if he gets Gary Traub or AJ Nevels, he has an insanely good lat drop. He can hit that. I think Zach Elam and Jordan Wood might be a little bit too good for him.
Yeah, I definitely think Wood were too good for him.
Yeah. I think Wood's probably going to be the best kid in this tournament at all weights, not the All-American.
Definitely.
I think Wood could definitely place 8th and take out Yaroslav Slavkuski from Harvard. He did beat him. I just think the kid comes back and wins this year. I think that 8th place spot could be Yaroslav Slavkuski from Harvard, Jordan Wood from Lehigh, Gary Traub from Ohio State, or Tate Orndorff from Ohio State, depending on what happens there, or even Zach Elam from Missouri. I don't know about AJ Nevels though.
I have Fernandez at 8. I think he, like I said, I have him losing to Jordan Woods in the 7-8.
Yeah. I think he definitely beats Wood. Fernandez beats Wood.
I mean, I can't wait. I can't wait for wrestling to start. I can't wait to see how these guys, took this quarantine. And
I might even buy a Flow subscription again. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep my Flow going.
Yeah.
I think
so.
Like you said earlier, I wish we could have got to see how this season.
Yeah, honestly, too.
I mean, obviously.
I think Penn State comes out on top if we go this season.
I think Iowa pulls it out.
Really?
Yeah, I think Iowa had Spencer Lee. DeSanto was placed in top 4.
DeSanto's not placed in top. Wait,
you don't think
who's in that
top 4 this year? We have Rivera.
I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I'm gonna say this: what happens at 133? Sebastian Rivera wins it. Seth Gross plays 2nd. RBY places 3rd. Mickey Philippi takes 4th, and Austin Sanders takes 5th.
Very well.
Ridge love it.
Very well, yeah.
DeSanto can beat Throne very easily. Ridge Lovett is very good upper body, and so is Austin Gomez. And Gomez beat DeSanto with a lot.
Did you make your national picks this season that just passed?
Yeah.
What did you have? Who did you have winning?
133.
Just in general.
125. I was gonna go with I have to go with Spencer Lee. I don't want him to win, but I have to go with it. 133. I went with Sebastian Rivera. 141. I went with Nick Lee. 149. I gotta go with my man Lugo over Sasso. 157. I went with Ryan Deacon. 165. I had Shane Griffith from Stanford. No. Okay, so what I had was so basically Chenzo would be the 1 seed, Marinelli would be the 2, Shane Griffith was the 3. Griffith makes the finals, puts on a valiant fight, and Chenzo wins by like 2 points.
I agree, yeah.
At 74.
Did you have Kemmer or did you have Hall?
Mark Hall beats Megan Kemmer in the finals. At 184, Aaron Brooks beats.
Do you think Caffey makes it to the finals of the NCAA tournament?
No. Aaron Brooks beats Taylor Venz in the finals.
Yeah.
At 197, it's Colin Moore.
Yeah, 100%. Heavyweight, your boy Gable.
Colin Moore beats Noah Adams in the final. Because Noah Adams was having the season, dude. It's like Caffey's hot streak. But Noah Adams was gassed, like he was actually that good. Heavyweight. I think Tony could have knocked off Paris again.
With Paris.
Again, I've been over why. Like, what everyone during that match, like, those were all one-time occurrences that they're never going to happen again.
Yeah.
Like getting reversed ankle picked, hitting a Russian spin on him. Like, how do you catch somebody in a Turk? Like,
Yeah.
all for a reverse ankle pick. Like, that makes absolutely no sense. Like, if you get a heavyweight on their back, you're going to stick them at that level. So, yeah, honestly, I don't know. Yeah, man, that's pretty much it. So, like, what's your final look at Penn State? Where do you think they place?
Final look at Penn State. My boys in blue, I hate to say I don't see them pulling another national title. I do see them being a top 5 team.
Yeah.
I'm going to place my favorite team to watch and team I always root for. I'm going to put the Penn State Nittany Lions in 4th place, behind Michigan, Iowa, and Cornell.
Okay, so we'll go basically the same as you. I'm going to also have the Nittany Lions placing 4th, but what I'm going to change is I'm going to have Michigan, Cornell, then Iowa, then Penn State.
Yeah.
You know, I think this could really change a lot if RBY can pull a title, which is very possible.
Very possible.
I just don't think it's too likely with the retrospect coming back here.
If that happens, you see RBY work his tail off. Like I said, it all really is going to show who's been working in this time off and, this time away from a coach. They're so used to being with Kale for year round. They're practicing with Kale still year round. They're working out. They're being with the coaching staff. They're on a meal plan still. They're only taking breaks to go home over vacations and everything. They're still working out, and they come back. They go back on that same schedule. Now this time it's a very long time away from a coaching staff, away from a dietitian, away from meal prep and all that, those workouts that timed. Everything's timed. You're doing this at 3:00 and this at 5, and you're eating at this time, and this is what you're eating for the day. And it's really going to show who worked and who flopped. And I think Penn State could have a make or break season. They're having a young team, much like Cornell. That
Cornell's team is pretty much built though for them. Yeah. It's gonna be the same thing heading next year.
Xander said it earlier, where he was like, it's gonna take another year or 2 for Penn State to be back on top.
Yeah.
Part of me always believes that they're always going to be on top. They're always going to be a top 5 team. I don't think there'll ever be a year to come where recruits just don't go to Penn State.
Yeah, 100%.
It's for the name, to say you're a Penn State recruit. I mean, I can't.
He doesn't want to wrestle for Cale Sanderson.
Yeah, he again, Cale Sanderson, and
Jacob Varner.
Jake Varner. Casey Cunningham.
Yeah,
just a great coaching staff. And now you have
the amount of guys that are at the club
in the room. Yeah,
the upper weights are always going to be stacked.
Yeah.
Before it was Ohio State had Kyle Snyder, Minnesota has Gable Stevenson, Tony Nelson, Missouri has Don Bradley. Those are where other top guys are. Mason Parrish is always going to be able to practice with Adam Kuhn. Zach Elam, I think, is a huge dark horse because he's practicing with Don Bradley, who's another stud. And Mar Desi was just chilling at Oregon State, wrestling for Canada.
I mean, I can't wait to see Bo Bartlett wrestle.
Yeah, 100%. I think he's the guy that could be a national champ.
He's had one of the incredible high school careers he could have.
100%.
4-time prep national champ. He, I think he's won Super 32. Mm-hmm. He's won the Doc. He's won
the Gator Powerade, maybe.
Yeah, he was Powerade two-time Powerade champ.
Yeah, I think so.
There's another tournament he was a four-timer too.
Fargo?
No, not Fargo. Here, I'll look quick. I don't want to say
Ironman.
Yeah, four-time Ironman champ.
Yeah.
Four-time Ironman champ.
There's the Reno tournament champions, maybe.
Yeah.
I doubt that. I think the only 4-time champ of that might be Colton Schultz. Yeah, Ironman would be like Colton Schultz is a 4-time Ironman champ, I think. Colton Schultz, if he wrestles.
Who's number 1?
Yeah.
Bo Bartlett 1. Who's number 1? Who did he beat? He was named in the top 100 athletes in general. From he won. He's a
Who was the
four-time
number one pound for pound recruit in the country? Greg, right?
Huh?
Who's the number one pound for pound recruit in the country? Greg, right?
Yeah, Greg, and then
No, Richie Figueroa, dude.
Yeah, Figueroa, and then Greg,
Figueroa's only a junior, dude.
and then yeah, he's a four-time Excalibur champ.
Yeah, Excalibur's not the big of a tournament though.
No. Who's number one? I'm trying to find what else. Yeah, four-time Prep Nat champ. That's incredible.
Yeah.
He definitely. I think he was definitely a Fargo champ.
I don't think he wrestled at Fargo.
No.
That has to be why. Because again, the drive is huge. Fargo's not really that hard of a tournament in some weights.
Yeah.
And if you're not seeking the good competition, if it's a week 145 bracket,
I don't think
and you're just hopping in it as like the number one guy in the country, like there's no point.
Yeah, I don't think he won Fargo, but he definitely.
I think Colton Schultz has had a better high school career than most people give him credit for.
Yeah, Colton Schultz had.
He's out here pitting nationally ranked kids in under a minute.
Yeah, I mean,
I've only seen him win by 1 point once in high school, and that was to Seth Nevels at the Doc B. His first year at heavyweight.
I mean, it's going to be interesting to see where Bo goes. Is he going to get bigger? Is he going to lose weight?
I think 149 is the weight for him. But Sasso's also very young. But Yanni's gone after another year.
Yeah.
Yanni's a senior when he comes in. But I would rather take the shot with Sammy Sasso than Yanni.
Oh, 100%. I'd rather see Bo wrestle Sammy Sasso, who I think Bo could probably beat Sammy Sasso.
Bo beat Sammy Sasso.
I
think Sammy Sasso's a little gas. Like, I have nothing against him. He's great.
I mean, if you
there are just guys that he's been put up against very good guys in Pat Lugo.
I would claim if Bo wrestled in a public school in Pennsylvania, Bo would be a 4-time state champ. No doubt in my mind.
He won National Pro 4 times. He has to.
4 times. Bo's a 4-time Pennsylvania state champ, and I think he's from Arizona. He would have been a 4-time Arizona state champ.
He would have been a 4-time New Jersey state champ.
He would have been a 4-time. I feel like he's 4-time.
I don't know who's in New Jersey. Quinn Kinner might have knocked him off. No, yeah, Quinn Kinner was ranked above him at 138 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Quinn Kinner was ranked number one in the country, dude. It was insane.
I think other than Jersey, Pennsylvania, I think I definitely see Bo Bartlett being
100%.
Yeah, and definitely in his hometown.
It's like I remember my sophomore year 2 years ago, New Jersey had like 6 guys who were ranked number one at their weight class, also ranked number one in the country. It was Rob Howard, Quinn Kinner, Jacob Cardenas.
Mullen? No, Mullen was a freshman, right?
No, this was before Mullen, dude.
Yeah, I was just saying, what grade is Jimmy Mullen in?
He's a freshman.
That's a freshman?
Yeah.
That's a big freshman.
He's only 220. He's only like 245 now. He's 225 when he wrestled. Not Zykovecchio. Who's 182? Chris Falco is ranked top 3.
I just said,
Bro, I'm bugging. What?
Luciel is not from Jersey.
I remember there's a lot of guys ranked.
Yeah, I know Jersey has been producing.
Rob Kennard was ranked high.
Yeah, Jersey's been producing.
It's tough when you see like top 5 nationally ranked kids just never win a state title.
Yeah. I could definitely say that Penn State is going to continue to pick up these top recruits.
100%. But Rutgers is starting to pick up a lot of these recruits out of New Jersey.
Everyone wants to stay in Jersey. Princeton.
Yeah.
They're going to go Princeton. They're going to go Rutgers.
I think Rider is a school that's on the come up.
I agree. I think Lehigh as well.
UPenn is on the come up.
Yeah. Lehigh.
It's basically you go to Penn State. If you don't go to Penn State, if you're smart, you go to Penn. If you're not, you go to Lehigh.
Yeah.
New Jersey, if you're good, you go to Rutgers. If you're good but you're not that good, you go to Rider. I don't think there's a good in college.
If you're smart, you go to Princeton.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Princeton. My bad.
I know Lehigh for 125, which I think they've kind of been missing that hammer. They picked up two-time state champ. I'm having a blank here.
I know, but like Brandon Patel going to come up big. Jordan Cutler's been up there. He's ranked second in the country.
Yeah.
Behind Mark Hall. He was ranked third, actually, after the whole Hall-Kemmerer exchange.
Yeah.
Jordan Woods consistently a guy who's up there. I don't think he had the best season. Jordan Wood could very well come back and place fifth, for all I know.
Oh, definitely.
I don't know, honestly, what happens with him.
I think it's gonna be interesting to see. It's gonna be interesting to see how everything plays out. I think it's still up in the air if there's gonna be wrestling. I 100% think there definitely will be able to wrestle. As this whole infection virus starts to, slowly linger away. I think you're gonna see some red shirts being pulled, definitely.
Yeah,
for a lot of teams.
You can very well pull some red shirts.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. For a lot of teams.
What I'm gonna say is Cornell has another year. Iowa does not, but Michigan does not either. Michigan and Iowa are gonna be two teams. No, I think Iowa probably not gonna pull them, but Michigan will be the team to pull Cameron Amin's red shirt. Put anybody's red shirt everywhere they need to get as many national qualifiers as possible.
I think
most of those kids coming in are national title contenders.
This is Michigan's year. If Michigan's gonna do it, they're gonna do it this year.
I think they did. Mason Paris, I want him to be Tony Cassiope, but I don't like Paris. But if he does, that's gonna be huge. Micic needs to win. Again, I don't want him to, but I think he has a better chance of winning than not.
Where did Micic place before?
Third,
and did he place up just third? Second, third, second and third.
He lost to Seth Gross in the finals, then he lost to Nick Sirianni in the semifinals. Handled Luke Pletcher in that third, fourth match. He beat Luke Pletcher 14-0 the first time they wrestled. It was like 7-1 second time.
Yeah, I think we've talked pretty much everything we need to say about Penn State. Like I said, I mean, with coaching staff they have, with the Olympic team they're gonna have, Penn State's always gonna have top recruits going there.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt. I mean, I'm sure if you look right now at the class of 2021 ranking wise, I'm sure you'll see top 10 at least one or two of those guys going to Penn State.
The biggest story at heavyweight has to be Nash Hutmacher. Just not wrestling in college.
That's incredibly high.
It's tough. Like, I get why he doesn't want to cut 40 pounds each season to make heavyweight. Dude's insanely lean at 285. Like, it's new levels of crazy. Like, I thought Seth Neville was like a lean 285 coming out of high school. This kid's – I saw a video of him squatting 640 pounds.
Wait, who did you say, Nash?
Nash Hutmacher. He's the number one heavyweight in the country. He actually got pinned in the first round of Fargo. He got lat dropped. After a charge, he had a blast double crazily. But it was by, what's his name, Lee Harrington?
Yeah.
He pinned Colton Schultz also. So. But he's not the greatest. It's like they pinned himself, basically. Yeah, so, I mean, I think we pretty much covered everything we need to do. We can just up here. So, obviously, we both have them coming fourth. The only difference is Derek has Michigan, Iowa, then Cornell, then Penn State. And I have Michigan, Cornell, Iowa, then Penn State. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching. And that's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow. And peace, guys.